Hey everybody, and welcome back to this week's episode of Nexus Zero, episode 8, Cowardice. How's everybody doing tonight?
Woo! Good.
Tremendous.
Doing awesome.
Yes, I've logged in, finally.
Yes.
I'm limbered up, ready to go.
Hey guys, you're all limbered up, and guys, the doctor is in.
And there he goes.
And he's off. He's off.
He's out of there.
All right, guys, welcome into Nexus Zero. This is our cyberpunk adventure set in this using the Savage World system, set in a 1980s retro wave Boston. Very similar to a Shadowrun style of game, if you're not familiar with the genre. However, no magic, none of that. Pure, unadulterated, technological retro wave type world.
This is the best world. This is good world.
This is a good world. This is a good world. Everybody, my name is Mike. This is the How I Nerd channel. Thank you for tuning in yet again. Episode 8, Cowardice. This is our third show on the How I Nerd network, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. We're going to go, like we always do, we're going to do a round robin with the cast and see how everybody's doing out there tonight. And let's start with Anton.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just relaxing, having a good evening. Anton's having a good time as well, blowing holes in people, and just ready to get back into it as soon as possible.
Hey, I can see through that person. I see right through you. Let's go over to David Greyson.
Howdy. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hopefully you're doing wonderfully and having a good Monday. How am I?
How are you doing?
Right.
And how is your character doing, sir?
I'm okay. My character is lucky to be alive right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That was pretty rough. That was pretty rough last round, but we're good, you know. And well, you know, vengeance is a bit dish best served cold and all that, you know.
Yeah. I think yeah. You seem like the kind of person that maybe hold grudges.
Just slightly. Just a little.
Just a little bit.
I'm a little, but you know, I'm the kind of person who doesn't take too kindly to being shot. And yeah, I do like to hold a grudge.
I think you should just let it go. But that's just me. I'm just the Nexus administrator. What do I know?
Oh no. We're not letting it go. Oh no.
He's gonna let it fly.
Let it fly.
He gonna die, then his wife gonna die, and his dog gonna die. They all gonna die.
Full send it, baby. Full send it.
Oh, we're going to full send. Full send.
Zero, what is going on with you, and what is going on with you in the mind of your character at this moment?
I'm doing pretty well, man. Just chilling. I had the day off, just kind of relax and BS and play some video games and chill with some friends and spend some time with the girlie a little bit. It was good times, man.
Nice.
Friends.
And my character is thinking, holy crap, I just got a ton of air off Betsy and I'm planting a blade and some
Betsy the Yeet reveal.
Yeet.
Yeet. Yeah, yeet.
The best part about it is that he got hit by Betsy and then you yeeted out of Betsy to stab him. It was the 1-2 punch.
It was.
Yeah,
and he
that was the best part.
grabbed the sill and pulled himself in. He's like, wait, give me your gun. You know what? Never mind. Pulls himself back out and stabs the guy in the chest.
Basically, we were talking about it before the show, but he's basically used it as like a pommel horse.
Yeah.
There's
The tight ropes. Just
yeah.
Dr. James Dunn. I don't want to, guys, we must show the doctor respect. He earned his doctor title through 12 years of school.
12 years.
Dr. James Dunn.
12
It's
years
gonna go
of
up
hard
every year.
work. Yeah,
It's gonna
12
keep
years
going
of-
up every time.
Yeah, 12 years
the
of hard
doctor-
work bent over a desk.
I'm,
That's how he got the meat man.
yep.
Oh my god.
Jimmy Dean knows how to handle a sausage.
So I personally am doing pretty good. It's the end of schooling for me. So like this week and next week is the last week of schools, and all of my kids have caught up. It took a marathon to track them down and get them to do something, but they're all done now, so I'm good.
We have a question from the audience for you real quick, James Dunn. Did you put that through, did you put yourself through school with a sprinting scholarship?
Yes. He was a track star.
Yeah.
He was a track star in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, that is perfect.
And he didn't actually intend to join the team. He just like some guy showed up to beat him up. So he in high school, because he was stole his girlfriend, and then decided just like book it, and then managed to book it onto the track field. So while everyone was practicing, he was just like and just outran everyone. His coach was like, that kid. I want that
a
kid.
legend was born.
As for how the doctor is feeling, scared, terrified,
Okay.
winded,
Yep.
and currently thinks he's about to die.
Other words.
Other words. Fearing for his life because he thinks that the car behind him is going to run him over.
I mean, it's possible. It is Jesse.
It is
Slim
possible.
chance. You look like a lizard person from behind.
Whoa now.
Hey, wow.
Whoa.
Jesse.
Whoa.
Jesse.
It's the way you swing that. It's the way you swing that tail. I'll be here all night, folks. Try the veal.
The 8 o'clock show, then the 11 o'clock show. Yeah. Jesse Rains, how you doing? How's your character doing? What are you thinking about? What's your character thinking about?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I've been looking forward to tonight. Really excited for this. Jesse is actually having a pretty fun time right now. He got to, Betsy got to taste blood. He's been getting, a lot more acquainted with Betsy and what she can do, both in and out of the action, as it were.
Could you explain to? I see some new names out there. Who Betsy is?
Betsy is what a lot of people would like to collectively call lovingly a hoopty. It's a very much a super beater car that Jesse has parked together with duct tape, love, and a lot of crystal method ingenuity. So
and gold spray paint.
It is completely, it is spray painted the most gaudy, shiny, bright, like spray paint gold that you could ever imagine. It's like whatever he could find that had the gold tag on it, just all mixed together on the car. It's like the most like ostentatious thing you could see rolling down the way.
Okay.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, it's like, it's the person that all he cares about is the way it looks and the stereo system. Everything else is like completely subpar. Once you get inside, it's falling apart.
That sounds like a town I grew up in. Begins with an F, ends with a berg. So
Oh yeah, I've driven through there a few times. I could say that is true.
you are lucky to be alive. So as I am. All right. So who am I? Guys, I'm the Nexus Administrator. I am an artificial intelligence that was born of necessity to run the automated systems of these new worlds. I lay down the story, whether it's good or bad for our party. But I always try to do what's best for the modern world. So, what is the Nexus? The Nexus is the system that runs all neural nets within the city of Boston, actually within the new world. Our party in a minute is going to roll a dice, and they are going to give you a recap from the previous week. We like to do this every week, and after that we're going to go into the bennies that the community. Oh, somebody just dropped. Was that Doc? Oh, he's back. He's back.
Woo! That's just him trying to get away from Doc's storytelling corner.
But
He's trying to get out of
That's
the
already
role.
trying to kill me.
But I mean, I saw some new faces out there. So what the hell? Why don't we drop some subs in the community and just welcome some new people into the community? So welcome on in, guys.
Get some hype in the house, boys.
There we go. So what we do typically at this time is I get to ask the cast to make a roll. So they're all gonna roll a d20, and the person who gets the lowest score is gonna give a recap from the previous week. So let's see them rolls, guys.
Oh, it's a hard one to beat.
Well, it won't be David Greyson, that's for sure.
Come on, Doc. You can beat it.
Come on,
beat
Doc.
It. Get a 1.
No.
Free. The curse.
All right.
The curse is broken.
James Dunn got a 20. Got a crit.
He got a crit hit there. David Greyson hits with a 19, so I'm all good.
There you go. All right. Doc, would you please let everybody know? Oh, you got an 18. I'm sorry. I
got
got
an
an
18.
Oh, it looked like a 2. I'm sorry. 0.
Anton got an 18.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god.
It came up as a 2, and that's why I was laughing so hard because
that's been happening to me every single session. It's he'll roll high, and then it'll actually show up as like a 20.
Yeah.
Or it'll actually show up as like a 2, but then he rolled a 2, and it looks like it's an 18.
So that, I think that's a lag in the dice. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
it was funny because I thought it was a 2. And Xero, would you please recap last week for our audience here?
All right. So last we left off, we found an awesome cell phone and we made contact with a certain individual that apparently had some sort of contact with our lost, kidnapped dear friend. Finally managing to pin them down and actually talking to them, they wanted to set up a meeting with us. And we did at this posh, ritzy, upscale restaurant. And it was decided that we were going to change up roles a little bit, and our wonderful David Greyson was going to provide Overwatch with the rifle.
It's a very nice rifle, by the way.
Along with Anton watching his back. Jesse Raines was going to be, of course, as usual, our getaway driver.
Mm-hmm.
And the talker, the face, Mr. James Dunn, was going to go in and meet with this individual.
Dr. James Dunn.
Dr. James Dunn.
He didn't go to school for 13 years to
He didn't, but he did take an imprint of my fist. So, I mean, we're still trying to get over this. At least he's calling him James Dunn instead of, hey, a-hole. You know what I mean?
A-hole.
Like it's a step up. So we're working here. So we went in to have this meeting, and Xero actually had the Doc's back. And all the while, this guy starts going off on like all sorts of weird, off-the-wall tangents that make absolutely no sense, at least in Xero's mind. He has no idea what the hell the guy was talking about. But he mentioned that he had ravioli in his plate, which he did. And it looked absolutely amazing, and that's what Xero focused on. So as we were all leaving, Xero managed to scarf up like half a plate of real, actual food and not kibble, which, by the way, was absolutely amazing. It was just making me readjust myself in my seat because I can't be comfortable, and I ate so much. It was that good. But the problem is that when we followed the guy out to try to actually get some real answers, he screams out, "There they are, get them." Well, that's where things went south. And of course, the Doc goes off running, and Xero attempted to follow him for all of, like 4 or 5 seconds, rounds the corner to 2 gunmen. And unbeknownst to him, there were multiple gunmen the other side of the street as well. And that's when the shots started ringing out in front of this massive, massive upscale restaurant. So, one thing leads to another. We're fighting. The Doc's running. Jesse comes flying up the street. David pops to in a couple guys. Anton puts a hole the size of a softball that he can see through another gentleman. And Jesse runs a guy down. And as he's running a guy down, Xero pulls off this like off-the-top ropes, Bear Grylls, Triple H WWE style, yeeting himself off the side of Betsy and impales himself on this guy's chest. And we've managed to, I think, successfully down 2 or 3 guys. It's finally in our favor. But poor Doc is still running for his life as Jesse is flying down the roadway after running down one person. And is now hot on the tails of what do you think? Maybe a lizard person, maybe a duck. We don't know for sure. We're hoping he doesn't hit him, but that's where we last left off.
Flying is a generous term. Betsy can't really get all that quick.
We're getting her nitrous. We're bottle feeding the baby.
Oh, that would be awesome. Hey guys,
What's
is
the
it just
next
me, or does that truck bed look like a ramp right now?
Wow. It's about to get spicy up in here tonight.
Can we get some Epson chat, please?
For everybody. For me, even. He's gonna kill the whole. He's gonna bring the whole network down.
He's gonna break all of Boston down.
Guys,
Please reboot the Nexus.
I feel like this campaign will not be complete until we reenact the helicopter scene from Black Lagoon, where they destroy a helicopter with a PT boat.
with
With a PT boat by launching a torpedo midair into a hind helicopter. So
Yeah. Oh my god, that scene is so freaking funny.
That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
All right, guys.
You
So,
need a PT boat?
well, I mean, he can get one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. So for those of you new to the channel, and if you just got a sub, what we like to do is create an atmosphere where you guys can interact with the game. So if you're a Patreon subscriber or a subscriber to the channel, you get one free Benny a night. So what a Benny is, it's a token that helps the party reroll a skill check, removes the shaken status, and it has a couple other effects that help them out. Now, here's the kicker. You can also give it to me so I can hurt them. I mean, you decide what you want to do. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, there's 5 of them and there's 1 of me. So, you know, that's all I'm saying here.
He's kind of God, and we're just 4, like 5 broke people in a very bad borough of Boston. But you know,
I am just a simple artificial intelligence running a simulation and keeping the lights on in the city. That's all I am. You know.
Of course.
That's
We all believe this.
No, that's all I am.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Exactly. So last week, guys, we a lot of us are new to Savage Worlds, and we love the system, and we're learning as we're going. And we did one mechanic wrong. David Greyson absolutely got. How do I put this in a nice way?
Blown apart.
He got dead. DED. Well, not quite dead,
Yeah.
but he got really hurt. And the way we did the soak mechanic was wrong. I can't apparently words. So after the show, we discussed it and we found out the correct way to do it, and we will do that going forward. But hopefully, David Greyson doesn't take a bullet to the face like he did last time and take 17 wounds. So
Yeah, no, this time I think I've used up my luck now, so I'm good. I'll hide behind cover next time.
Yeah, I was gonna
There
say,
you go.
He's learned to use cover, so
cover is important. Move,
Yeah.
hop up, shoot, drop back down the cover. Importante, sir. So without further ado, I'm going to read off the bennies that we have received so far for the night. All right. In the redemption queue, we have David Greyson. You have one from Casey Fox.
Thanks, Casey.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. Casey Fox for. Oh, I think he gave you 3, David Greyson. So let's do that.
Oh, well, Casey, thank you for all the bennies. I will use them all. That's a loyal moderator right there.
I think
yeah,
he's stuck.
Q-Pan.
I personally think he's stuck.
Auntie scheme.
Quaman has given one to Jesse.
Yes.
Let's give Jesse one.
Just love you.
Isaac Rebia has given one to David Greyson, please.
Cheers, Isaac.
Let's see. A Benny in play keeps Doc Wolf away for Captain Loken.
Thank you, Doc.
And the rest in the redemption queue for the other games. All right, we do have a long list, and we're gonna get going on this one. So, Benny to Jesse from Optimus for his sub, and a Benny to me from Optimus for his Patreon. So let's do that, and I will take a Benny. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Benny to Xero from Pyrex. A Benny to Xero from Elfie. A Benny to David Greyson from Casey Fox again.
Thanks, Casey. Or another one. You spent all jello points on Benny's.
Benny to Anton from Quaman. Boom, boom, boom. A Benny to Anton from Nate's Knife Pit for his sub, and a Benny to Xero from his Patreon. Let's see, Anton and Xero. And what do we have next? Benny to me from Isaac. Let's do that. Benny to David from Wolf's Blood for his sub.
Cheers, Wolf's Blood.
And a Benny to Xero from Wolf's Blood for Patreon. I feel bad. Paul, have a Benny.
You don't have to.
I mean, I have a
chat will
subscription,
learn-
Benny.
Chat will learn pretty quickly that that all of their bennies are worth nothing if they get hit, and their only person who can save them is the doctor.
Can I ask a quick, if we can do a quick explanation of how bennies work? So I've got a couple of lads who are new in the house.
Okay, absolutely.
From my stream.
So all primarily every action that our players take in this world is called a skill check. The way the system, Savage World system, and this is a very broad overview, is that they roll the dice, they add a modifier from their abilities, and try to beat a 4. If you beat a 4, you're successful on that skill check. And this is, like I said, this is a very simplified version of what's going on. If they miss that skill check, the player can use a Benny to try and re-roll that skill check. And they can use as many Bennies as you want unless they get a critical failure, which is a 1 on their dice and a 1 on their wild dice. And at that point, they have to take that failure and can't Benny out of it. So what you guys are doing effectively when you grant a Benny to a player is you're giving the ability to re-roll a skill check, whether that's shooting, trying to hack into a system, whether they're trying to convince somebody that they should be allowed access into that building. That's how you're helping them. And they can also absorb damage. And they can, once they take damage, they can use a Benny to try and soak damage as well. Soaking means that they lose some of their wounds or the shaken status on their character. Now, you don't always have to help them, is what I'm saying. You can help me. Help me help you, chat. You know, if they die, maybe we can get one of you guys into the game. I'm just saying.
Hey.
Oh, whoa now.
Oof. You know what we need? We need like Benny counters on everyone's screen or on anyone's like little window.
That would be quite nice, actually.
I found a way to do it, and I'm gonna do it. It just takes a little bit of finagling. Okay. And it takes a lot of setup pre-game. So
that'd be fun.
We're working on some on some enhancements. Generally, first season 1 of our shows are, you know, we test out the production seems good, and then we see what we can do and enhance and provide you guys the information you need to accurately just look at the screen and be like, all right, well, James has 2 wounds. He's getting pretty messed up right now. So it's a work in progress, guys, but I think it's time to get into some story. What do you guys think?
Yes, please.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I can have story now, please.
You can.
It's about damn time.
Hey, it's about time.
All right. So without further ado, Nexus initialization complete. When last we left off, our party was in the midst of a epic gun battle with a couple with a hit squad outside of the fancy restaurant that they had attended with their meeting with Scorpio Sage. Scorpio was pretty level-headed the whole conversation with them. Not really, and he kind of went off on a tangent. And as they left, as the party left the restaurant, they were set upon by a bunch of ne'er-do-wells, I guess is the correct term. Correct term for them.
Word. Ne'er-do-well vagabonds.
Miscreants.
Prats, in your terms, Mr. Loken? Prats?
Oh no, miscreants, vagabonds, ne'er-do-wells, prats. It all works.
Okay.
Rapscallions.
All right.
Ruffians.
I'm just trying to speak your language, sir. I'm just trying to
The
reach
further
out.
north you get, the more cursey it gets. So.
You gotta hold a cup of tea with the pinky out before, you know. It's how you get the accent down.
Listen,
There you go.
I am from.
you rapscallion ruffians.
See, down here we just call them banditos.
There we go.
Bandito, boy.
I don't know how
Them-
I don't know how them
them
Duke
Yankee
boys are gonna get out.
banditos.
We have a little bit of a problem with tea up in the Northeast here. I'm just saying.
Nothing wrong with tea.
Just a little
We
bit.
don't need that stinking tea on our shores.
As I've said before, and I'll say again, tea does not belong in a harbor.
No tea bagging without representation.
All right, let's get it going. Anton Varikov, I believe you are up, sir.
Yes, and it's this dude's turn to have holes put in him. So
Which dude are you referring to when you say this dude?
the one above the guy incapacitated on the right side.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2 actions. Where's my character sheet gone? There it is. So again, 2 shots with my revolver.
You're gonna poke up and take a couple pop shots at this
Yep.
guy?
We'll pop up to the corner again and go boop. Double 4s. Is a miss. Strangely. Oh, because of multi-action.
Yeah, multi-action. You get a -2 on it. Yep.
And we'll go again. Miss again.
Okay. All right.
So
So,
we'll pull back.
and then you're gonna pull back. You're gonna duck under cover.
Yep.
Okay. So, Anton pops up, runs forward to the front of the roof, aims down, and just lets fly with 2 bullets at the one of the miscreants over there, down by his fallen buddy, and he sees that he misses, and he drops down behind the behind cover and slowly walks back to a advantageous position. Jesse Rains, it's your turn, sir.
Okay, so I'm speeding down the road. Am I able to tell that this is Doc? Because I know I saw him run off, but I don't know if I maintain visual the entire time.
Give me before I say it, notice. I think
Okay.
notice is right. I think notice is right in this game.
I am going to use a Benny since it might be life or death. Who knows?
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
In this system, you need to get at least a 4 to get it a success or an accomplishment. So I'm going to use a Benny, one of my various Bennies I just got, to re-roll that roll to see if I can get a better score. And I got an 11. That's
Ooh.
1 raise.
So as
That
you're
is
ripping
decent.
down the street, you look out and you see your friend, Dr. James Dunn, who went to school for 14 years for his doctorate degree, running full tilt down the street away from all threats that he either perceived or are real.
So I'm currently plugged into my lovely Betsy through my vehicle interface, and I see this, and I'm whirring down the street at him. I'm like cranking down my manual window at the same time, so I don't have to like grab the steering wheel. So I'm cranking it down, and like I slow down as I get up to him and be like, "Jippy D, what the hell are you doing? Get in the car!"
Okay.
It's like, get in the car now! And I'm like slowing down to like match his speed since I can like will that through my connection.
Okay.
And then that will be my turn, waiting to see what he will do.
James Dunn, it is now your turn. What do you see your friend pull up the lights at night glaring off the gold glow of the very fine spray paint coating of the car. Door swings open, you look and you see Jesse Rains smiling out at you. Jump in, Jimmy Dean! I think you may be muted, Dr.
I think
James
it
Dunn.
might be a slightly.
Yeah, he's definitely muted.
There we go. I go, slow down, Jesse, slow down.
Oh God, you're such a baby! And it's like, I slow down to when he can like finally hop in.
Okay.
Yeah, I stop and then get in to when it's easier, essentially.
Okay. After he comes to, it takes him a couple seconds, but he's able to slow it down to almost a complete stop. It's slightly rolling, but you feel safe at this point entering the vehicle.
Okay, I enter the vehicle then.
All right. With that, it brings us to Xero.
So, I think we need to do some more John Woo stuff tonight. That's just me. That's just me. I think we need to do a little more John Woo. So what I'm going to do is I'm laying on this guy. My right hand is going to grab and take his pistol, and my left hand is going to tear the knife out of this guy, and I'm going to whip around to the east to where I see the two individuals, one
Yep.
still standing, one incapacitated,
Yep.
and I'm gonna level the pistol at the one, and I'm gonna pop a shot.
All right. So Xero whips around expertly, brings the pistol to bear. He brings it up to his chest, presents it, and aims at the miscreant on the other side of on the eastern side of the street. And let's fly for.
Can I have the pistol added to my sheet real quick, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Thank you.
Let's see. Let me grab one of the miscreants real quick. Because I gotta remember
Zero,
which.
tell me what pistol it is. I want it. I want all
You're
the
like, I
weapons.
want it. I covet it.
I covered the weapons.
It is okay.
Yes, precious.
Let's see. Can I drag this directly from here to your character sheet? Let's see if we can do that. 2-0. Combat. Where's inventory? There we go. I cannot drag it from right there. Give me 2 seconds. Let me do this.
For all the new people, while we have this moment, we lovingly refer to Xero as Protein Shake.
Protein
If
Shake.
anyone ever wants to know, that's how you call him out.
James Dunn is not protein. James Dunn is Jimmy Dean.
Or the Meat Man, or the Sausage Man, or
Or the
Jesse makes nicknames for everybody. So
Yes, Jesse's nickname
they're
is the Crystal
tokens of
Method.
affection.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't have a nickname. I'm just David.
I
don't have a nickname.
Didn't they call you
I
something
think-
earlier?
He did. It's something about like
I think I
lime.
threatened to kill him if he called me again. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much how it happened.
Why is everything death with me?
Hey, you threatened to shoot Jesse more than once per session. So
Hey, look, it's just no comment.
All right, Xero.
That's
It is
fair.
now on your sheet. That
is very fair.
You have picked up the weapon and you aim it over at the guy, and you should be able to let fly with a bullet now.
I do. Thank you very much, sir. We're gonna go ahead and pop that bad boy on him.
you got this.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Mucho bueno.
This is why we give Protein Shake a gun. This is a good idea.
So Protein Shake pops up, presents, and pushes out from his chest and aims in and zeroes in. See what I did there? He zeroes in. He zeroes in on the guy and lets fly with a bullet. For how much damage? 0.
Hit with an 11 with a raise, and that didn't roll the proper amount of damage.
It did.
Did it? Okay.
It's only a 2D. These versions are only 2d6. The weapon typically has 3d6 damage, but these ones are only 2d6.
Oh no! I think I rolled the wrong. I rolled D6 instead of the D. Oh no! That is right. Okay, I'm sorry. My sheet said 3d6, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait a minute, that's 2d.
All right. So as the bullet rockets over and hits the guy, it clips him in the shoulder. Blood splatters down, and he grabs his chest. And he looks up at Xero, and he locks eyes with him. And he just kind of stands there like in awe and shock, and he's currently shaken.
Are you just gonna stand out there in the open there?
I am, as a matter of fact. I'm on one knee, leaning against the building,
Okay.
and I already ripped the blade out, so I already took a move action and shot.
All right, so the GM is calling in a Benny right now. I'm trying to remove the shaken status for the guy up on the roof with a rifle. So that just automatically removes it. I'm brain farting right now. Anton, you can just remove shaken status with a Benny.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so he's using a Benny to remove the shaken status, and he's gonna aim. He's gonna pop up. And he is going to look over and try to see. He's going to move up one step and see if he can get an angle on Xero. And Xero, he's going to shoot at you with a -4 because I'm going to call his angle not that great shooting at you. So he pops up raises his rifle. Why is it listed as? And he is going to take a shot at you for. That's the wrong person. All right, I'm sorry, guys. So this is the guy on the corner. I'm still going to give you the -4 because I called that. The guy that you just took a shot at that was shaken used the Benny to remove the shaken status. Is going to aim over at you, Xero, and he's going to. He doesn't have a great shot at you because he was just recovering from that shaken. Let's fly for 3 -6 for a -3, and that is not going to cut it. And that brings us to.
He's dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
I don't think because we did it all like by hand because we had to calculate it. It didn't do any of that.
That's right. So
it didn't. Yeah.
I'm trying to. Okay. So this guy's dead. I'll just hide him. And then it goes down to the next one. Why are two just?
What's happening?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
It's a rave.
It is a rave. I'm gonna apply that. I'm gonna apply that damage. All right, that guy is incapacitated and he is dead, so we can remove him from play. All right, and then it goes to the last one, and he is incapacitated as well. I'm trying to see which one this is. Okay.
He's the assault captain.
Yeah, he's the leader.
Yeah,
He's the
the
last
leader.
one. Okay, that's what they did. They put all the other guys on the same initiative, and they put the assault team leader on a separate initiative. That's why. All right. So the guy's going to step forward, Xero. He's going to aim down at you with a -4, and he is going to try to take a shot at you with his rifle.
Oh wow, there you go.
6 -6 for a 0, and he's gonna attempt to Benny that. Let's do that.
-6. Woof.
Yeah. So he chambers the round again. He lets fly with another a bullet at you for 1 -6 for a -5. So he is unfortunately he takes 2 pop shots at you real quick. And you hear the report as the bullets whip by your head, and with that we're gonna do. Oh my God! Again,
Wow.
2 in a row.
James
Tic-tac-toe.
Dunn has pulled a Joker again. So I believe. Yep. Okay. So all the PCs have been awarded a Benny. When a player pulls the Joker randomly. They get a couple benefits, and one of them being that all the players get a Benny. So, James, do you want to go now, or do you want to wait for to later in the combat tracker to take your turn?
I'll wait until the end. I'll wait until the very end.
Okay.
One thing I want to try is I want to try and use my Benny to re-roll my action card. So I think all I have to do is just drop it on my character, and I got a 2 instead. So I think I'll keep it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we are back to the James is waiting for the last place in this turn. Oops,
Yep.
I jumped it ahead. I can't cycle it through. All right, so the assault
Yeah.
the assault team leader is going to take a shot at he is going to switch his gaze over to see if he can see David Greyson hiding behind the cover of the building. He's going to take a shot at him at a -6 because David almost has full cover at this point. And he is.
And David actually wounded him, so that's why he's got full cover, and David winged him. So
He's
Yep.
shaking, yeah.
Winged
but
him.
not third.
Oh, if he's shaking, he can't. No,
he's not shaking.
Yeah.
He's not shaking. Okay, he's not shaking.
yeah, he because that's who you removed the shaking status.
Oh
from.
yeah.
All right.
He's just wounded.
All right. So David, you feel in your heart that a weapon is aimed at you. I don't know how you would see it.
My sixth sense intuition that knows.
Your combat senses that you've earned through your time as a soldier you hear the report of a bullet going over your head. It kind of whizzes off one of the top of the top of the what's it called, the building, and ricochets, and you hear the ping as it goes past you.
Just that kind of as it goes past.
Yes, and unsuccessfully hits you. Jesse Rains, it is now your turn.
Doc, hold on to that fancy coat, and I pull a 180.
Oh,
I
God.
pull a 180 on the road, and I start going back the other direction. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because Bessie has an acceleration of 10. So in one turn, I can move up 10 spaces while I accelerate up to my max speed.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Okay.
As I'm speeding off down the road back towards the group.
David Greyson.
So I will now pop my head out of cover, having known exactly where that round came from, and with a look of determined anger on my face that somebody would dare level a weapon at me yet again, especially the person who hit me last time, I will chamber around and will fire back.
I just want to correct that really quick, okay? Hits you very well. All right, you continue.
Oh boy.
Fine. Hit me
Swish.
very well. Anyway, point is, he gonna die now. So let's
His inner American's coming out.
There we go.
let's have a look. See, what do we do?
There it
We hit with a 5.
Yes, you did.
Yep, we did. And we are going to roll for some damage.
So, David Greyson, hearing the bullet, ducks down for a quick second, pops up real quick, brings the rifle down to bear, and lets fly with a bullet at the leader who's on the opposite side of the roof, on the eastern side of the border. And let's see that damage. Where do you?
Yeah. So let's see what we get damage-wise. We get a 5. I would
that
like
shit.
to use a Benny if I could to
Yes, you
reroll
can.
that damage.
Yep.
So I'm going to burn a Benny for that, and let's see if we can do a little bit better, shall we? Okay, no, he's just going to tank that. So okay, so he is gonna tank the round I fire, and with that, I am going to put myself back behind cover.
All right. So David Greyson pops up. In his rush, he does score a hit on the guy, but it bounces off his his clothing. And David looks at him in amazement and kind of shakes his head, and then pops back down behind cover. And with that, it should be at. Let's see if he is. He is shaken. He was shaken, but he rolled. So when it got to my turn as the assault team leader, he was shaken, and it automatically does a vigor roll to see if he shakes off that status. And I rolled an 11, so the shaken status was removed, and now he can now act. So he is going to take a couple steps over, and he doesn't think he has a good sight on David Greyson. So
I think that's the trooper, not the leader, because you fired with the leader at the very beginning.
Guys, these pro streams. Let me see. It's so weird because when I do it with the that's that one. Okay. So he's just gonna he's gonna take it. Okay. All right. I see how it works on this versus the Pathfinder side of it. Okay. So he is going to bring his pistol to bear, point over at Xero, and he is going to take a shot at just a regular modifier. So he 7 minus 2 for a 5, which scores a hit on Xero, and he does. That didn't do damage.
Yeah, that's different.
He does 10 points of damage, barely breaking through Xero's armor. Xero, as the bullet comes across the street, it clips you on the side of the cheek, and a small droplet of blood drops down, and you grab it and you wipe it, and you just it unnerves you just a little bit at this point. All right.
Okay.
So then, how do I make them? Okay. All right, like that. That guy's incapacitated. That guy is incapacitated. So Anton, it is now your turn, sir.
Okay, great. Seeing as Anton can count to 6, he's going to again declare a multi-action to reload and fire again 2 shots at the team trooper on the road.
Okay.
So I'm gonna rack him up again.
Come on, Magnum PI.
Are you gonna move again?
Go.
Yeah.
Yep. So this will be a 3 action penalty.
Ooh.
Not a big deal when we roll 6s. Damn, so close. All right, and second shot. There we go.
Wow.
Hit.
Wow.
What
So
did
it's the second
what,
shot.
Man.
what
This man.
did you roll, Anton?
I rolled a 9 with the -4 for the triple multi-action. That equals to a 5, which is a regular hit. So
And what was the first roll?
a 5 with the -4 to be a 1.
Okay. All right. So Anton runs forward, pops up real quick. He's loading on the go. He lets fly with a shot. He was moving too quick, so he was unable to bring it to bear quick enough. But he steadies his arm and lets fly with that second shot into the trooper for how much damage, Anton?
For a solid 11 total.
All right. So as the bullet strikes true into the guy, it hits him in the chest, putting a hole in him, probably about the size of what used to be a silver dollar. And out of his back, blood spews, and he falls to the ground.
Ant has like 3 kills in this.
I know, right?
This combat encounter.
I know, right?
Yeah. He just ducks back behind cover and just like kind of like puts away his speed loader.
Alrighty. And when you're done, Anton, you can hit that button. Oh, I accidentally hit it for you because I'm a bad DM. Zero.
Oh,
it is
darn
now
you.
your turn, sir.
So first and foremost, I'd like to use one of my bennies and get rid of the shaken status.
Mm-hmm.
So I just drop it on me.
You
Right.
could.
Whoops, that was a mistake.
I will just remove it from your. It's actually removed because of that roll.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically.
Because it had no damage to soak, so I think it automatically just removed the shaken status from you.
Okay. In that case.
No, I know what happened. I didn't apply the damage, the shaken status to you for when he hit, but so I just delete it. You're good to go.
Okay. Sounds good to me. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a dumb. Now, Mike, I have a brief question for you as far as because it's one-dimensional map, that kind of jazz.
Yep.
If I move to this corner, can I use this corner as cover against the sniper, the assault team leader, and pop off a shot, or no?
So not because you're on the corner of it, but because you will be, he would have to pop up, look down at you, let fly with a bullet, and jump back. That would be his ability. Actually, you know what? I'd give you a -2 there because, like, if you try to make yourself flat against the wall as you do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll give you a -2 there.
Okay. So do I have sight on the sniper or no?
He is on top of a building, ducked behind the the lip of the top of a building.
So currently, not so much.
Not so much.
Okay. You know what then? I'm gonna strip the rest of this guy's ammunition if he's got any on him, and then I'm gonna run and start collecting from this guy as well.
Okay.
And that'll be my action. Stripping weapons and armor.
Alrighty. So when you're done, you can hit that button.
There you go.
Right. Actually, I'm sorry, James. You're gonna be able to go first, and then you're gonna have a second turn after that because you should have gone last. And I think you're muted.
Okay, so James is going to look while Jesse's driving. He's just going to try to look ahead and see what the carnage looks like in front of them.
Okay.
He's just absolutely scared. So a notice roll, I'm guessing.
Yes, please.
Oh.
He sees through.
That would be a 19 with a Joker bonus.
All right. So 2 crows come down and a light on your shoulder. You get immune, and they all of a sudden you lose sight in one eye, but it's weird. You see everything in the world at the same time. As you look down the street, you see 1, 2, 3-4 bodies. Even though there's a guy trying to hide on the roof, you see the tip of his rifle sticking up into the air, indicating he is ducked down on top of that building. You look over to your right, and you see where David Greyson had popped up to shoot previously, and you're guessing he's right in that general vicinity, and also you know Anton's somewhere on top of that building.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on to the shoot handle, and go, Jesse, we can't get the guy. He's on the roof. You need to find a way to park Betsy and then get out.
Park
In
Betsy
cover.
inside the building he's in. Got it.
Woo. Yeah, that's my turn. I'm gonna end it.
Okay, so you do have another turn if you want, or you can just skip it.
I'm gonna skip it. I'll just skip it for now. Oh wait. Can I try to like hunker down a little bit further into the car
Absolutely.
as Jesse's like park it? Okay.
Absolutely. You're just trying to make yourself as small as possible in the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
my
Zero
God.
is
Oh,
your
wow.
turn.
Look at that.
It's
Yes.
It's also. I'm also looking like it says I still have the card where it says I'm joining in or something like that. I hit the wrong button, I guess.
What did you do?
I hit the like hold your turn thing,
Oh,
and now I don't
okay.
know how to. So
Um,
now it's putting me at the top. I don't know how to undo that.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Zero, it's your turn.
All right. So with the Joker, can I hold an action? Kind of like a D&D kind of thing?
You can hold your turn and choose to jump in whenever you choose.
So what I want to do is I want to take a move action and then hold a readied action. So like say I want to go around that corner again towards where the sniper was.
Yep.
And then hold my combat action for when he pops up to pop a shot at him.
You wouldn't have sight on him to do that. Normally I would allow that, but you won't have sight behind another building and know when he's popping up.
Okay, so I'd have to like expose myself then.
Right. But if you think about it like this, and like we're all learning the system, so I don't mind helping you. So if you put yourself in a position, like let's just say back here on the corner, right?
Okay.
He pops up, you jump in with your turn, you take the shot, and then you have the ability to move after that, right? So
Yeah.
you could move behind cover after that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so can I do that?
Yeah, that's what I would suggest.
Okay, that's what I'll do then.
And like I said, we're all learning as a crew here, so let's learn together. Look, the community will learn, I'll learn, and you guys will learn as well. So
Absolutely.
all right, so Zero, you gonna let me know when you want to jump in? Anton, it's your turn, sir.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I'm seeing this. I'm noting that there's no more people left on this street, thanks to some of our handiwork. And I'm noticing this sort of small, close-range sniper battle happening between David and the leader, so I'll join in.
Okay.
Just sort of move up a little inch. Should be able to see him hunched over there. Do I have any penalties to hit him?
Yeah,
Besides
minus
my range?
2.
For cover, okay.
Yep.
Is that here?
Because your building is
No, it's
higher,
not.
but he's still ducked down behind. You know what I mean? He's still ducked down behind the lip of the top of the building.
All right. Well, as always, double tap. So we'll do 2 actions. Two shooting actions. So shoot. Yep, that is going to a -4. Give me some 6s. That is not 6s.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a, moving all the panels aside, a 2 for the -4, equaling a -2. And we'll have our second attempt. Set that again. Whoop. 6, 5. So an 11.
It's the second shot, man.
For a total of 7.
It's always
Yeah.
the second shot.
You-
First one's just to like line up where they're going, and then I just
You're like
adjust.
you're like ranging it, you know, like oh that's where the aim's off.
All right.
Correct.
And that's what it is. That's what I'm looking at. Is he jumping
Yeah.
up? Because like he's moving, he's running up, he's trying to jump up and steady a shot real quick. So the first one is this: as he's swinging his weapon to bear, he lets fire with a shot, just too quick. He's just unable to get a good view, and then he lets fire with the second shot, and it connects solidly in the midsection of the guy for how much damage?
6, 10,
Oh.
14 total.
All
The
right.
3 And then a 10 plus 1 for 14.
All right. So you let fly with that bullet. It hits him in the stomach, and you know it hits. You think he might have something there that's blocking the damage, but he is definitely. You see him double over, Anton, and he's like winded and he's shaking. So
Cool. I am fine where I am since I'm not having to hide from the people on the street anymore. So, end turn.
all right. So he rolls his automatic vigor roll because it got to his turn, and he rolls a 6 + 1 for a 7. So he removes that shaken status. Anton, give me a notice roll. I'm sorry. Yeah, Anton. Actually, all three of you, Anton, David Greyson, and Xero, give me a notice roll.
Double 4s. 4.
I roll a 2.
That's 7.
All right, so Anton and Xero. David, you don't see this. You're too preoccupied with readying a weapon to pop up and take another shot. You guys notice that smoke is starting to go up on the building, right around where the assault team leader was. And it's currently starting to obstruct the view of him over there. So it has. I'm gonna put a marker on the map and show you where it's happening. So it looks like right around that area that smoke is starting to emanate and waft out from there. It is now Jesse Raines' turn.
Okay. So, Mike, based on what I can see of both the Vinci's and the building David and Anton are on, with my background of like free running and climbing and everything else, would I know which building of the two would be easiest for Jesse basically like to free scale up in some way to get to like a higher elevation?
Which and you're looking at the building that David and Anton are on?
Well, between the building that they are on and Da Vinci's, would I know if one building would be easier to get on top of
Da Vinci's
quickest?
is definitely, it's like half the height of the other building.
Okay.
But give me a notice roll, please.
Sure. That is a 4.
Okay, so you look at the building and you think you can you think you might be able to run up and hop up and grab the emergency escape on the western side of the building.
Of the Vinci's buildings? Of Da Vinci or the one that they are on?
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to, so I can move 12 spaces in Betsy, which gets me to the end of the map I was on.
Yep.
So that gets me to basically the left side of the most map of here. Now, I can move 30 in Betsy, but basically I'll have to ask you. So if I swing the car around and park on the sidewalk by Protein Shake,
Yep.
which would be more than enough movement left for Betsy, would I have to do like a sprint roll to figure out if I can keep moving? Like, how would you rule that?
I would, if you're, are you trying to like rip up, park the car, jump out, and then go
And
up?
run, yeah, for as much movement as I can eke out of my turn, basically. Like, would I have to do a sprint check, or would I just be able to park the car and that's it?
Let's do an acrobatics check or a athletics check to see if you can get out in a graceful manner.
Okay. So that is a 7.
All right, so you pull up and you park the car and you jump out, and I'm going to say you have half movement left.
Okay. Could I do a sprint roll for that, just to get my next pace out, or is this kind of all?
I think that's all you can do on this turn. Yeah.
Okay, so then I will use whatever. So if I have half movement left, that's 4 more squares of my pace. I would like to bridge the gap to the building and get as high up on it as I can get for my turn.
Okay.
Whatever you roll.
I'm going to put you on the back on this map, and we can close this map because James Dunn is sitting in your car. Dr. James Dunn, who went to medical school for 15 years.
I like how it gets higher every time.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? It's the same number. You're just remembering it. That's all.
All right. So Jesse, you get over to the side of the building, and you jump up and you grab the bottom of the the escape ladder, and that's where you're currently at.
Okay, that sounds good. That's my turn.
All right,
Okay, and turn.
David Greyson.
Right. Can I still see the assault team leader?
Give me a notice roll.
Right. I'm gonna give it a roll and a roll for an 8.
All right, so David, as you pop up, you see the smoke surrounding the area over there, but you are able to see him shimmying, trying to remove him, extricate himself from the situation, move him backwards. So you are able to see him, but if you want to shoot him, you're going to be shooting it at a -4.
Okay. I am going to try and take a shot at them. So
Do it.
let me find my gear.
Blood for the
So
blood
I am-
god.
So I am going to be at this point. I'm going to put this rifle back up and come up on the ledge. I can see him through the smoke trying to get away. And I'm like, oh no, you don't. Not this time, you bastard.
Yep.
And I'm going to.
Yeah, just real quick.
actually-
Keep the token visible, just so we
Yeah,
can
I
drop
can't
dice.
see the token. Yeah, I
Oh,
can't- I
that's
can't-
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. My
Thank
bad.
you.
My bad. I didn't get what you were saying at first. He should be visible now.
Thank you. Yeah, now I can see him. So I'm gonna line up the shot. I am out for this guy. This guy's going down at this point. He has survived far too much to leave the situation still breathing.
Oh!
Sorry, that did not have the -4 on it. I do believe
So we can.
It's not just-
that. So
That's
that I
just an
hit.
8.
So I rolled a 12, but that was not with -4. So
Okay.
that with a -4 will be
8.
8. Yeah.
Which
so I
is
would still hit though.
still a raise.
So it's still a raise. Awesome. Okay. Do I need to do any minus to damage, or do I?
I want to see how it rolls when you roll it.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I know how it does it.
It hits with a 12. I rolled a 12.
So it did only add 1 damage dice to it. So that's because it considered it within 1 raise, or maxed out at 1 raise. So yes.
Benny.
Benny that damage. Benny the damage.
Okay. I am gonna Benny it. Nope. I'm gonna use a Benny and try again.
Roll an extra d6 because it didn't apply that time.
Oh, okay. Where's a d6? There it is.
That's true. Yeah, it didn't. It just.
So should I just roll just a regular
Yeah,
d6?
Just
Yep.
1d6.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh. What'd you roll?
I roll 13. In the end.
Okay.
Can I Benny it again?
Yes, you can.
I want this guy down, okay? So I'm going to use another Benny. We're going to do it again. And this guy is going down.
Just remember, chat, this is all you're doing.
And
Thank
roll
you
a
very,
d6.
very much.
Yeah, you gotta roll a
10.
dice.
Hang on, I need to add the extra dice.
Where are your explosions, man?
14.
14.
Oh,
So close.
that's still a no.
It shakes.
What do we
him, but
do?
no
Do we
damage.
do another one?
Yep. So his
Do it.
his toughness is 14, so you broke his toughness, but you didn't do any damage after that.
Right, I'm doing it again, ladies and gentlemen.
I believe in you.
God.
I believe in you.
Listen,
I
I
scored
believe in
the
you.
love
The
of all
Nexus
that's holy. Come on.
Administrator believes in you. Oh,
See,
Come on.
Oh, for
Roll a
goodness
eight.
sake! I'm not even bothered. Right, Benny
No.
again.
you
He's
can't.
lying.
There.
Thank you.
There's
And
11.
Wait. I need to add the extra dice.
You got this. You got this.
15. Yay!
Again.
So as David Greyson pops up and lets fly with a bullet, he looks through the smoke and he just sets his jaw. It feels like he's done this before, but he lets fly with the bullet. It goes through the smoke, and you hear a yelp as the guy takes it somewhere in his body. You can't quite see from here, Loken, but he is apparently shaken. So.
Okay, and I'm gonna pop my head back under cover at this point. So satisfied, I hit the target that I really wanted to hit, and I will end my turn there.
Alrighty.
Having burned through like 5 pennies, good grief.
All right.
Worth it.
Hashtag worth it, absolutely.
Hashtag worth it. So all the troopers are down, so we can skip them. I'm actually gonna remove them from. Oh no, because reasons. I
Thank you for your Benny's chat. They help.
This bloodshed brought to you by chat.
It says resolve them, so I don't know what that means.
Maybe because you did a
Interrupt.
delay.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah,
Okay.
I had to hit interrupt. So,
Interest.
I am. You know what? I'm going to. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna keep hiding. Keep hiding.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna insert myself now since I didn't get a
Sure.
chance to do anything.
Yep.
I'm gonna pace, and I'm gonna run full sprint. So a total of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back because we didn't say over comms that he was dead, so I'm gonna take a position for next round to pop a shot off at him, unless I hear otherwise.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Top of the order. David Greyson pulls the Joker.
Oh my god.
Outstanding.
Does he have to do another notice roll?
What's up?
Do I need
Does he have to do another notice roll?
Notice roll? Yes, if you want, if you would like to try and see where he is.
I would like to try and see where he is, so I shall now do another notice roll. Oof. I hit with a 6, so that should be enough, I hope.
David, you look, you take some time and you study over there, and you look at the top of the building, and you're like, he should be here based on where I shot him. But you don't see him. And as you as you watch, the smoke is getting bigger and bigger, and it's going up. However, with your notice roll, you hear off in the distance as well the sounds of sirens starting to come in your direction.
Man.
Right. Outstanding. I'm gonna come over the team the team comps at this point. I haven't been so focused on trying to take this guy out, who I feel has wounded my pride and then a bit more than my pride.
Yep.
I'm gonna come over and basically say, guys, I hit him. I don't think he's down though. He is wearing some serious gear. I have put at least 3 rounds of this guy, and he is not down. But I don't know about you, but I hear sirens. We gotta scram. We gotta get out of here, boys.
You guys are free to react and respond as needed right now.
Jesse.
I'm grabbing gear. Get to the car.
God, didn't even get a chance to get to the roof. God, that son of a mother. Okay, and I just drop down and run over to my car and make sure I can get it started again.
Jesse, get me at the end of the block.
So, with that, I am going to very reluctantly, because I really am still, I am got the I want this guy down, but I can't get him.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna grab the brass from the rounds I've expended,
Okay.
and I'm gonna break my position at this point. Put the rifle back into its bag.
Yeah.
Zip it up
I'm gonna
and
move
sling
over and cover him while he does that.
Yep. And so I'm just gonna basically break it all down, break my sniper area up, put it all in, sling the rifle over. I'm gonna make a move to get out, basically.
Okay. So how are you trying to leave this building? You previously came up. No, you
So-
scaled the building. Anton.
I scaled the building, yeah.
Yeah, Anton.
But I think I'm gonna do an Anton. I'm just gonna go through the stairs this time, which is significantly easier.
Anton, what are you doing at this point?
I'm gonna lead him through the damn building.
Okay.
Just like, come on. I'm the one that still has a gun, so.
This is how I want to. This is gonna play out. It's gonna take a round per floor for you guys to get down. Xero. Everybody else, you have 4 rounds of action before they hit the ground floor.
Could I also just add that I'm going to, whilst I've slung the rifle, I'm going to draw my Glock at this point.
Sure.
Because I still have the other pistol with me, so I'm just going to draw the weapon.
All right. So as you guys run down the stairs and you make your way through the building, Anton, you had previously seen a lot of homeless and a lot of people in this building. What the people that remain in the building are like under whatever furniture they can find. They're hiding. They're obviously scared. You guys run by them. David Grayson's got his Glock. Do you have your weapon out, Anton?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm literally pointing it like down the hall. It's like, don't fucking move.
Okay. All right. So you guys are doing clearing corners and just keep making sure that okay. So Anton and David Greyson are running down through the building, trying to get through as quick as they can. You guys see Anton. You notice there's a lot less people in the building than there were previously. However, everybody who's there is currently ducking for cover and trying to protect themselves. After 4 rounds, you guys make it to the bottom floor without event. You run out the back of the building, and with that, we're gonna switch over to Jesse, Xero, James Dunn, and there we go.
So I had 2 free starts, so I'm gonna use my 1 free start on this to make sure I get the car kind of ready.
Yep.
I know James is in the car already, so I have the
I'm in the back seat hiding.
car revving. Protein shake. You went down the block, right?
Yep.
North side or south side?
Southeast, and I told you.
Southeast. Okay, yeah. So I am going to swing my car around, basically swing by, pick up protein shake, and then swing back to where I initially dropped those 2 off, and then I'm gonna race down southward.
So before I jump into the car, I'm going to run to the southeast, and the 2 individuals that were dropped.
Yep.
I'm going to strip whatever gear and armor and weaponry and ammunition I can off of them,
Okay.
and get in the car.
All right. So Xero, on those two bodies, you find 2 Gyrock pistols. As you take a look at them, they are of very low quality based on what you've seen in the street. And you also see 2 security truncheons on them and 20 rounds apiece for the weapons.
Okay.
All right. I'll drop those in. I think I could put them in the party inventory, or unless you want me to drop them.
The first guys too, if you don't mind. The one that I used to shoot the guy.
Yep. Well, you already have that on your sheet.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Absolutely. So as you guys watch, the smoke is now billowing from the top of that building. You haven't been attacked. You haven't seen anybody at this point. Xero, Jesse. Why can I not brain right now? Xero, Jesse, and James Dunn. You guys, Dr. James Dunn, who went to medical school for 16 years. You see David Greyson and Anton run out the back of the building and come up towards the front towards you guys.
Let's go.
Get in the car. Move your ass. Sis.
Before I duck into the car, the 2 chaps that Anton took down, I'd like to have a little quick ammo sweep and see what I had on them.
All right.
That's what
Oh, okay. So you've done all 4 of them, then, Xero. All right, cool. In that case,
So Xero, you see David Grayson start to run over to the bodies. Do you want to react?
I got it. Go.
all right, fine. I'm coming. I'm gonna basically just do a 180 bucket over to the car at this point. I'm gonna I'm gonna pop the trunk quickly, boot or whatever you want to call it, depending on where you're from. Put the rifle in because this thing's huge. It's a big old 308 rifle.
Yep.
Slam the thing in, and I'm gonna yeet myself into the car.
Okay.
Can I tell which direction the sirens are coming from?
Give me a notice roll.
Can I try that as well?
Yep, absolutely.
That is a 5.
That's a 5 for me too.
Okay, so you guys think they're coming from the east.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
so
that geographically doesn't make sense. You think they're coming from the southwest of you.
Southwest. Okay.
Yep.
But we're up towards kind of where the docks are, right?
Exactly. So I'm going to share the map with you guys.
Yeah.
So you guys are up in you're up in like this area right there. That's why I said coming from the east is probably not the so they're coming from the southwest of you.
Okay, give me a second. The map is still loading, at least on my screen.
Same here.
Okay.
Same.
All right, I'll preload that as a base map for you guys each time we get
Yeah, I'll say it might be because it's the GM version. We can't actually see it.
No, that's fine.
Oh no, there we go.
Yep.
There
Still
it
loading
is.
for me, but there it is.
Okay. So it's there, and I'm thinking, southeast. Could southeast.
Southwest.
So sorry, southwest. Could I? Would I know I know it's probably more streetwise, but basically, I would like to drive like southeast towards the harbor and try to do like a in and around, so I can go like around them as they're coming up from the southwest. You know what I mean?
Okay, so there's a major artery right there. So I just pointed to the map. So if you feel like if you come out from Da Vinci's and go to your east and start going down that main artery, you think you can skirt around between the docks and then the going into the city proper at that point. You think you might be able to escape that way.
Okay, so I'd want to go down the way you're saying, but every chance I can, kind of go further and further south to kind of distance myself as much as I can.
Yep.
And just go.
Yep. After about 200 feet, you know this road starts to it dips and it goes almost directly south. So. All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep driving like a bat out of hell until I hear the sirens fade away, and then once they fade away, I'm just gonna try to find a quiet spot and park.
Give me 2 driving checks, please.
Sure. The first one is a 5. The second one is gonna be a Benny roll because I rolled a 3. That is a Benny. Ha. And that is a 10 with 1 raise.
All right. So with unaccustomed skill, you guys see Jesse slam the car into gear, drop the foot on the gas, and start to peel out. He makes his way. He pulls onto this main artery, and as the buildings are flying by, you're looking off to your the left-hand side of the car, and you look out the windows. You see the docks flying by. You look out into the bay, and you see the polluted waters of the Boston Harbor. At this point, used to be a beautiful scenery and is now corrupted, and anything that comes out of there is painted and unable to eat. Across
we shouldn't have dumped that tea in the harbor. I just swear. It just that British tea just makes everything toxic.
Oh, shots fired.
Would you like to keep your head on your shoulders?
Shit.
He's been to 18 years of medical school. He can reattach it.
Yep. 17.
17. Sorry, my
years
bad.
of middle
2
school.
weeks.
As
Jesse
you
doesn't know
guys
the
look out over
numbers.
the water, very faintly off in the distance across the bay, you look over and you see, in stark contrast to where you guys live, you see a mix of the shore leading into Logan Devon's industrial megaplex, as well as the opulence of Beacon Hill, and it reminds you of your place in life as you make your way back into the southern part of Hyde Park and all the crime and corruption and street crime that accompanies that. And that, we're going to take a quick break, guys. What do you guys think?
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
Sounds great.
All right, guys. So what are we thinking at this point? How we doing here?
I am extremely
Lizard
good.
people.
That was so much fun.
perturbed.
You're perturbed?
Yes, he got away.
Listen, I mean, there's gonna be plenty of chances to take care of these people that have wronged you, David Greyson.
I hope so, because he's going in the book.
He's going in the
He's
book.
got a book.
Oh,
going
oh yes. David has a book. It's a little thing. Just take it out and little pen. Writes it down. Every single individual who got away or has wronged them, every one of them, they will be crossed off the list.
Jesse on Monday, Jesse on Tuesday, Jesse on Wednesday.
Jesse's you're just an entry in every single day.
Yeah.
Header and footer.
He has a definitely reoccurring Outlook schedule to kill you. It repeats daily.
He got a custom journal where that's actually printed on the stationery.
Kill Jesse. Kill Jesse. Kill Jesse. Kill Jesse.
Yeah. Guys, real quick, I just want to jump in before we get the from the rest of the cast. I am extremely grateful for all the support the community has shown us over the last couple months. We have grown exponentially. We're 26 members away from having 3,000 followers on the channel, and we're 11 sub points away from being at 200 subs on the channel. So I just want to give a little back. I talked to the other people that helped me deal with the money today, and we want to give something back to the community. So we've given out 25 subs tonight. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you're new to the channel, those subs give you benefits in our channel. So contact one of our moderators. I think we got Wolf's Blood in here and a couple of the other ones. And you are able to affect the outcome of the game by assisting myself or the players through a Benny. So Dr. James Dunn, who spent 18 years in medical school, what are you thinking at this point?
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die. Now that we're kind of, Jesse's driving, I think he's feeling a little, I'm feeling a little calm. You know, the doctor's feeling a little calm because he's used to Jesse driving like a maniac. And so this is normal. You know, the impending death of Jesse trying to Dukes of Hazzard over an obstacle is always a fear. So it's just kind of like, it's like it's settled in the background. Also, he is completely going to try to brainstorm about this North American lettuce, and he's pretty sure he's going to try to start reading this crazy man's articles, try to see or listening to him, try to figure out what he was talking about.
Okay.
So
all right. After the rant last week.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jesse, what are you thinking at this point? As you drift on rails, like you're on rails through the city of Boston, back into Hyde Park, with the contrast, the opulence of Hyde Park, Beacon Hill looming over you.
I mean, Jesse is a complex individual, so at this moment, the thoughts cascading through his mind are probably best phased with, woo, ow, get it, and he's just, nothing really else is like really weighing on him all right now.
Okay.
He had a fun time. He got to drive his car through some people. He's getting in so much fun. Like, he's just having a blast.
Okay. All right, let's go with Xero.
It was a firefight, and he wasn't perched in a nest. It was definitely a little out of his comfort zone, but he did what he had to do and had some fun doing it. I mean, wow. Wow. That was yeah. In 3 days of partying up and become a crew together, we've gotten into 2 gunfights already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always think they're the best parties.
I'm sensing a trend.
Okay. All right. And let's go to Anton.
Yeah. Always, like I mentioned last week, Anton is no stranger to the sort of criminal side of things, but he's always been doing it from behind a screen.
Okay.
Not to say he hasn't. He has a gun. He has used it, but it's been a while since he's had to use it, and he's kind of enjoying using it again.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's having the time of life on that roof.
All right.
Yeah, we're running from the Popo as always, and it'll be exciting to see what happens next.
All right, guys. Before we go, I'm gonna put up a poll, and the poll question is, of the ones that were listed, and I can only have 5 options right here. What is your favorite Cyberpunk influence? So I'm typing those in right now. Let's see. Let's get. You know what? We have 5 cast members here. This is auspicious. So James Dunn, what is your favorite Cyberpunk influence?
I'm gonna ruin everybody's life and say Ghost in the Shell.
Oh,
because that was everybody's choice. It was everybody's choice. So
Xero, what's your favorite Cyberpunk influence?
I have to disagree. Ghost in the Shell wasn't in for me. I would say Bubblegum Crisis.
Oh, there we go. That's an interesting. There we go. Let's go, Jesse Rains.
Oh man, there's so many options.
All right, let's skip.
The first thing I thought of was Shadowrun. Here, we'll go Shadowrun. I love Shadowrun.
Shadowrun. All right, there we go. David Greyson.
You know, there are a lot of them, but I have to be honest. Ghost in the Shell was the one that got me into Cyberpunk. It showed me a universe and world I didn't know existed. So it's gonna have to be that for me.
Well,
also,
we need a different one.
I can change my name. I can change mine if he wants to do that, which is Cyberpunk 2020.
Okay.
Or the 20, was it Cyberpunk 20, not 77, it's like 2022.
The game, right? You're talking about the TTRPG game? Yeah, it's 2022 or something like that?
Yeah, I'll look it up. Because there's like 3 versions. The one's like 2000, and then they increased the years.
Okay, Anton, what about you?
That's the
Honestly, shocked no one said it. Blade Runner.
Oh,
that was the one I was just
Godfather.
looking up.
Yeah.
I,
There's
like,
another little
"Yeah."
minor one that I discovered recently. If you're ever in the mind for a small, like, sort of visual novel story game, is Valhalla.
Okay.
Oh, such
On
a
Steam.
game.
Yeah, nice little
Such
cheap
a-
game. You run a bar in a cyberpunk city,
Mhm.
and you just make
Yep.
drinks for people and listen to them. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good
That's
game.
what everyone's trying to get me to play that game because spacebar. So
yeah, kind
Lot
of
of
good, kind of
fun.
fancy.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Brilliant story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So I am gonna kick this this poll off. We're gonna be back in about 5 minutes. Take a
Be a great thing.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for that. For the patience with that. I'm not sure what happened when we went AFK. It looks like OBS might have choked a little bit, and it locked up, so the stream stopped. But thank you so much for sticking around. We're ready. We're gonna get back into the second part of the story, but before we do, I just want to take a quick look at those results. So in the lead was Ghost in the Shell with 44% of the vote. Shadowrun came in at 25% of the vote. Blade Runner was at 25% of the vote. Bubblegum Crisis was at 6%, and the Cyberpunk TTRPG was at 0%. So clear winner, Ghost in the Shell. I mean, it was a major influence. So
Very
What?
deserved.
very deserved, very deserved. I'm surprised Blade Runner, the godfather of all cyberpunk, didn't do as much better, but it is what it is, guys.
I hate to say the boomer card, Mike, but we're starting to deal with younger crowds that haven't seen it.
I'm also going to say this is going to sound like a bad take, but there have been better cyberpunk materials since Blade Runner. Blade Runner 2077 or whatever it is, the 2021 or whatever.
The newer one.
The newer one is great.
Yeah.
But the previous one doesn't age well. It's really hard to watch.
Yeah, you're right. I would
watch.
I would say you're right because the technology that they place is like a lot of that technology is actually in play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
2049, I think, is the new one.
my recent favorite cyberpunk influence, so Carbon Black and what was it? Upload. I really enjoyed Upload recently. That it's a really good show. Both cyberpunk.
Altered Carbon's pretty good as well.
That's what I'm saying. Not Carbon Black.
Altered
Carbon.
Carbon is
I-
so good. Yeah.
If Decider's watching the show, he's gonna call me on it because I say it wrong every single time. Every time. So Altered Carbon was absolutely amazing.
Oh, I love Altered Carbon
really
so
good stuff.
much.
All right. So guys, we're gonna get back into the story. So let's jump back into it. Jesse, where are you currently heading now?
So as soon as I lost the sirens, basically as soon as the sirens faded away and I felt like we were okay,
Yep.
I was just gonna pull over like in a parking spot or a parking lot, just somewhere that was like nondescript and like remotely safe, in my opinion, that we could just like talk about what just happened and regroup because the night's still kind of young. So I was just like, I just wanted to pull over and just kind of like regroup.
Okay. So safe by your definition is not necessarily safe by other people's definition.
No,
But,
absolutely not. That's what Jesse feels more comfortable in very questionable areas compared to probably most people. So
Okay.
places where I'd be like, you know what, I'd park my car here. It's fine.
But it's your most prized possession.
Eh.
All right.
Right next to a flop house.
So you guys
Yeah.
drive for a little bit, and you don't feel safe until you get across the expressway. You start making your way towards the rat. Not a lot of people ask a lot of questions down by the rat, and you make your way over there. You find an area to park. Just park the car, and you shut off the car. And I believe you have one left, right? You have one freebie left.
Yeah, I have one more freebie start left.
Okay. All right. There we go. So
I'm just gonna pull over and just be like, guys, that was so much fun. What the hell are we gonna do next?
I'm gonna be sitting in the back of the car, and I'm just gonna be, again, I've taken this little book out of my jacket, and it's this little nondescript thing. I'm just gonna grab a pen. I'm just writing down description, and I'm gonna call him gun mammoth rifle or sniper rifle, and I'm gonna just put that away. I'm gonna have this perturbed, just pissed off look on my face. Just, well,
So
that could have gone better.
you're telling us, because we got absolutely nothing from that guy.
What do you mean you got
Absolutely
nothing?
jack squid.
I figured with all the goons you'd get something out of them.
No, the guy I went to go talk to.
That's what I meant. He sent goons. I figured you'd get something out of them.
He said the square root of Jack. All he said was a bunch of nonsense, and then we
That
got
was
shot
nonsense.
for it.
Yeah.
So Xero gets out of the car, walks around to the trunk, places the 1, 2, 3, 4 pistols down on the trunk,
Yep.
drops the mags, unchambers the round, puts down the body armor, leaning against the trunk in the back, and begins inspecting while everybody else is talking and arguing.
Okay.
At this point, I am gonna get out and join him because I see Xero getting out, and I know what he's gonna do. Is I'm gonna go give him a hand basically because I need to relax at this point. I am annoyed. I am vengeful at this point. I'm gonna go and give him a hand.
What the hell are we doing? The night's still young, man. What the?
we gotta reconnoiter. We had a hell of a day between shotgun
Yeah, we got-
creatures, figure of like breaking into Lorna. We still haven't even figured out what was on that drive that we got from Lorna. From Lorna's
Yeah,
apartment.
man. We got Jack Squat. You know what? We need something.
We've got information. We just need to go over it.
What the hell kind of information do you think we have? We just have some dude spouting off about salads and some other crap, and then a bunch of dead people, and some weird priest who likes to talk about demon symbols.
We know that the demons people have something to do with trying to frame me. We know that that Lorna was was working with, which was a hacker, and was working with this reporter guy to do something to try to bring down some sort of the government. And then we know that this reporter guy is trying to kill all of us because we're on the trail.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
And didn't you text him like all of our names, socials, mothers, birthdays, and all that crap on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's awesome. So where the hell would you like us to stay tonight,
We'll
Mister?
stay
I
at
used
our
to sleep
places.
on this street.
Stay at the same place.
Yeah, fuck, we are.
No one knows that you guys have the other apartment.
All right, you might have a point there.
We have a little bit
Also-
of an advantage.
Whilst they're arguing inside the car, I'm just gonna be chatting to Xero as we're looking through this gear. I'm gonna look over to him and say, "Can I give him a little like playful punch in the shoulder and say, you did good today, mate? You did good. You know, you took out some guys, and I saw your work through the scope. And don't worry, I took care of the rifle. It's fine. She's in one piece."
It's appreciated, mijo. By the way, number 3, the slide's a little loose and needs a little work. They actually flipped the mag release spring on the button. It's going to cause it to hang, so we got to rework that when we get back.
Just gonna roll my eyes and just go, amateurs. God damn it. At least they got some half decent gear this time. It's not freaking throwaway pistols. What do we have there?
No, they're pretty much throwaway pistols. They're not great, but I mean, it's better than what we had before. It's going to give us something to use.
Something's better than nothing, mate.
Mm.
So I
How's
put
it-
two more in the party inventory. Xero, you know how to grab it from there. For the other players, if you look up towards the top right of the screen where it says combat party calendar tools, if you click that party option and you look under, it's the top right box that pops up under inventory, I believe. You'll
Yep.
see
Oh, right.
there's two low quality Gyrock pistols there. And Xero, I gotta give you some rounds as well. Give me a second. All right, so we're gonna do this, and we're gonna give you 60 of these. All right.
Sounds good.
Did
So
we,
you
did we
guys
get
have,
anything else off of them?
that's all Xero got at when he was searching.
Yeah,
oh, the
I've-
security.
I've-
I'm
yeah.
sorry. No. I security truncheons as well. I gotta grab those.
Yeah.
Was there any body armor as well?
No.
Okay.
No.
I took one of the pistols. So apparently we've only got, I thought there was 4 pistols.
You did not search one of the bodies. You grabbed the one that you were initially on, and then you ran across the street to the other two. You grabbed those two. You didn't get the
No,
other
he-
guy.
I spent a whole round going for
He
the.
spent a whole round to go to the other guy instead of going up. Like before he ran up to the
Okay.
sniper, he spent some time going to the other guy. He said
Okay,
that.
so you do have 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I'll put the 4 security truncheons there as well. So there's 3 on the sheet, and there's 1 on Gunner's sheet right now. So.
Zero.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I can
Yeah.
be a Viking if you want tonight. You tell me.
At this point, I'm just gonna pull open my Nexus and start looking up. What was his name? My notes have escaped me.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio is like looking up at his newspaper, looking at all of his articles, trying to like just kind of look through them to start that process of looking through that to try to figure out if he was saying anything.
Okay. So you start looking and he does. You think so as you look at his body of the work over the years, you've seen in the beginning he used to cover like a lot of fluff pieces. You think they sound like kind of like state-sponsored like propaganda pieces. You know what I mean?
Feel good pieces.
Feel good pieces. As you start looking over the years and years, it looks like he, in a lot of the stories that he does, there's kind of an underpinning layer of subversive discourse in them. You know, discontent with the status quo. You know, but you, there's nothing overtly, you know, but there's things that could absolutely be taken as subversive in this type of environment. So.
Is there any single like company or group specifically that he mentions over several of the articles?
It's referred to as the organization. He uses the term organization a lot, enough that it sticks out in your head. You're reading through all these articles, and like as the years progress, you're looking through and you see organization. This organization, when we talk to this organization, when we talk, you know what I mean? This organization has been linked to, you know, but he doesn't come out directly and say it. Give me a look at your skill set, sir. And let me figure out what good skill this would be to have your roll. Do give me a streetwise, please.
Gotcha. Streetwise roll. That's a 5.
So based on that and your common sense and what you're sitting down with your conversation and the diatribe that came out of him, you think that most likely, if he overtly named who he was talking about, you think he thinks he probably would have been dead.
Okay. Is there any way I can like cross-reference events? Like, I'm sure he's not the only one who's covered events specifically that's been happening. So like, if I can like cross-reference an event he's reporting on with another report about the same thing and see if the things are mentioned, if he like there are people or organizations mentioned that we can kind of chase down.
You're trying to connect the dots and trying to figure out which company that he's actually indicating.
Yeah.
Or
if there's there's like a thing he's talking about, like, oh, this accident because the organization did something, and like, okay, accidents at that time around there, you know, like other reports or other common records to kind of see what he's referring to.
Okay. So as you do your digging, give me a 2 notice rolls and a common knowledge roll, please.
Okay. First notice roll is a 3. I'm going to Benny that one. And then, boop. That's 4. And then the second notice roll is a 11. And then a common knowledge roll is 8.
Wow.
So a 4, 11, and an 8 with 2 races.
So when you guys look at when you start looking at James Dunn, he essentially is like that guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's like he's got you know, from his Nexus, he's pinned different articles, and he's like literally using his finger to you know, draw lines in virtual space between the articles and try to link some of the scenarios going on. You get the indication, and you think this is probably not a small size company. It's probably one of the major, it's one of the bigger companies in the city. Nothing really points you at a name. You look around and you dig into a lot of the the events that the people have talked that Scorpio Sage is talking about in the past, about like the gradual erosion of rights within the city, the gradual the police state coming on, and he references back to the the financial crisis and everything after that, how much that played into the current status quo. So if you look back at the reaping, he looks at it and he's like, he constantly references that the fact this is a tool of control, and he indicates this was the tipping point for when things in at least the United Federation started going downhill. And is it making you take bullet by bullet, Gunner? I mean, Xero?
Yes, it was.
All right, you should have asked me. I could have grabbed that for you.
Bullet. Sorry about that.
No worries.
1, 2.
It's literally you're like thumb loading every single one at the moment.
Yeah,
That's what you're doing.
As I'm just
Yeah, exactly. So you look back and during the reaping, you saw the rise to power of like the politicians coming into play, and there's 4 or 5 companies during that time that started to gradually gain power, and as you look, this one company keeps on coming. It's coming up enough that it sticks out in your mind. And it's a company that operates out of Back Bay, and it's an import-export company, and it's what you guys know. Gunner, give me Xero, give me a streetwise.
Absolutely.
all roads lead to Back Bay.
That is 7.
Okay, so Gunner, traditionally in the city, with a company like this, imports and exports are traditionally linked to organized crime.
Absolutely.
Because of how the business operates, it's easy to, with access to the ports and access to importing and exporting, in those channels, they're an easy tie into crime.
Is it possible that I pulled security for my underground contacts at one of these ports before?
No, because this is in Back Bay. You've never been out
Okay.
of Hyde Park. Yep.
Okay.
So the name of the company is Universal Exports, and you get the feeling from Scorpio's writings that that he doesn't look too favorably on this corporation.
Have I heard of any families in particular tied to them?
Give me a streetwise.
I'm gonna Benny that. I originally rolled a 4, but I think we can do better. Apparently not.
You've got bennies. Do it.
That's
Yeah,
an humble pie.
We'll throw another one. There you go.
There we go.
We're gonna go with a 7.
Okay. Because of the type of work that you do on the side, and because of that other reason, you think all organized crime within the city goes through the organization.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I'm guessing you're relaying this stuff out loud, James?
Yeah, I'm like, all roads lead to Universal Exports. It's all Back Bay. Ants looking that file or the server you found,
Yep.
and see if you can't find any references to Back Bay or to Universal Exports.
So after the quick exchange with David, Xero is kind of quiet, and he's like field stripping and checking all the firearms and the melee weapons with David. And he pauses and he reloads a mag, and he kind of slips a mag in a back pocket, and flips on the safety and slides the one gyro pistol into his like waistband.
Yep.
And he kind of perks up a little bit as you're here, and he looks over at James inside the car, and he goes, "Yeah, the guys that run that area that work with that company run through there. Those guys."
Those guys? Who's those? Your guys?
No, the family. The organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, they work together. The one runs the other. One hand washes the other's hands, and yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, okay. Well, they may be involved in Lorna's disappearance. If Crazy Mick tried to murder us, dude, is to be believed. It's Mr. Scorpio. I don't think we should chase down Scorpio. I think we need to rest and start doing some research here for a bit before we start going off again.
You're aware of the statistics, right, mijo?
What do you mean?
¿Tú tienes información? When you got a missing person, you got 24 hours before something bad happens. 36 is pushing it.
Something's already bad. It's already happened to her. I don't know what to do. The only other place we could go to is her old boyfriend. And I mean, as much as I'd like to go find this old boyfriend and then, throw him through a window.
No. Windows break too easy. Ask Jesse. You put him through a wall.
I'm gonna just chuckle at that.
A lot less bleeding with walls. Walls are more bruising. Windows more bleedy.
If you use a phone book, they don't leave marks.
Well, we got to find this guy. We could try to find him. He was our last lead.
I have another one, but you're probably not gonna like it.
Oh God, what is it?
Let's hear it.
When I was on the secure drive in Lorna's apartment, I found this company file, some place up in fucking Beacon Hill.
You think the five of us are just gonna hop up into Beacon Hill in Betsy?
I'm just saying, it was in her apartment. This was secure. I have absolutely no idea why it would be on her, a secure sub-network in her apartment, and it's I've been staring at it all day, and I have no idea if it's a good idea or not.
What company is it?
I immediately elbow David and go, "Oye, gringo ese logo."
Oh dear. Well, it's not like we have many options, mate. Let's be honest.
We got a Back Bay, which is a little bit more our level, not much, or Beacon Hill, which would be like stepping into fancy pants land while we're naked.
You mean the hornet's nest?
Yeah, that too.
That's if
They're not gonna let us do that.
They're not gonna let us even in the front door, man. They're just gonna kick us out.
If they don't arrest us for trying.
Exactly.
Shoot us for the attempt.
For
The only
those of
way
you,
we're getting in.
for those of you who are new to our world, Boston itself is separated into different boroughs and have security clearances based on where you are in this life. If you're a peasant, if you're one of the hyper elite. Our parties are currently level 4s living in Hyde Park, which is a level 4 area.
Man, the only way we're getting into Beacon Hill is virtually if Mr. Tech Mancer person dude over here is good enough to get into that.
I mean, I'll look into it. I have some leads I can work on. In the meantime, that can maybe get us past the toll gates. But again, last resort, I think.
I have to agree. Much as I'd love to take a walk around among the elite and the creme de la creme, I think we
Oh yeah. Well, you
the
work on
likelihood
that.
is minimal.
It's not gonna happen.
We need to find this X of Lorna's. I think that's the last major lead we can pull.
Oh yeah. Well, we work on that. Doc, come here.
Okay. Walk up to
I
to,
point at one
do-
of the firearms on the deck lid. I go, you know how to use one of these?
No, and I'm not going to use one of those.
Listen, all I'm saying is worst case scenario, we're not around, we can't save you. That end goes at the bad guy, and then you pull the trigger.
I don't feel comfortable shooting things, man. I'm a
I think
doctor, not a.
My diga, look, come here. I pick it up and I hold it in front of him. This is the safety. The safety is on. See? Puedo?
I'm just gonna
safety is
whisper
off.
Zero.
He's the way-
I don't feel comfortable with him having a gun. I don't feel comfortable with having a gun at all. Give him a truncheon and call it quits. At least the
I'd
truncheon
be
can't
much-
accidentally misfire in a fit of panic and shoot me or you in the back.
I agree with David on this one.
I mean, I'm gonna pat Zero on the back. I'm just gonna go, mate. 10 out of 10. I love the theory. Give him a truncheon at least. Keep the
Alright.
keep the pistols.
I pick up the truncheon and I literally toss it up to you. And I look at the others in the car. Y'all
What's
are
a
armed,
truncheon?
right?
Is that a knife?
The
No.
truncheon, it's a stun baton, essentially, if you want to think
stun
about it.
baton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Fumble
Think-
it and drop. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
you ever see that Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah.
Remember the thing he hits the really big guy with, and it zaps
Yeah.
and sends him flying? That.
Okay.
That's a good non-lethal takedown method, basically.
Yeah.
So the rest of you got a pistol or something close quarters?
Yeah.
Do y'all want to keep one, or?
I mean, I will gladly take anything you give me, man.
Well, the question is, I only have a long-range rifle, and now I've got one of these, so I'm taking one just in case somebody sneaks up on me. But do we want to turn the rest of these in to Nate?
Yeah. We can go to Nate and get some money for him.
Yeah, man, telling the truth, if you gave me one, I was just gonna pawn it off anyway.
I'm gonna just sigh and I will take a truncheon because I could use a close quarters weapon.
All right. So I
love
gather
that.
up the rest of the weapons, and I knock on the trunk. Jesse, pop it.
Yes, sir.
I leave the pistols and the rest of the truncheons in there, and I keep the ammunition, and I shove them in my rifle case,
Okay.
including magazines, obviously. And I close the boot.
Okay.
Can I ask a technical question? How do
Sure.
I get rid of the hunting rifle off my sheet and add the truncheon onto it?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
How do I get rid of the hunting rifle off my sheet? So that's Zero's weapon.
Oh,
and put the
okay. I
truncheon
can
onto
remove
it.
I can do that for you. I'll do that as you guys are figuring out what you're doing.
So as he's
Okay.
doing that, just to give you guys a brief party sheet update, if you open up on the top where it says party, and you click inventory, it'll have everything there. If you grab the red dot, and when you click your inventory tab, and you drag the red dot into the center of your inventory, it'll pop up and it'll populate. And if you put the little shirt thing, as in wearing
awesome.
or carried, it'll pop up with the proper attack and damage dice for you.
It doesn't seem to be working when I drag it over to my inventory.
You gotta go to the weapons tab. For it
Yep.
to-
A weapons tab.
yeah.
Okay.
Click on the weapons tab and drop it on there, and it should populate in there.
There we go.
And I removed the
Awesome.
the rifle from you.
Thank you, sir.
David Greyson. Yep.
Thank you very much indeed. Cool. I think that's me done. Yeah.
Okay.
Mike, just for information, Back Bay, is that a class 5 or is it a class 4?
That's a 1.
Oh, it is a
Class
1.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember which way they went.
Back,
Yeah,
Beacon's like a 2, right?
Beacon is a level 1 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, okay.
I thought I had 2 last time.
Logan's a 3, I think. And then East is 5.
Well, Logan is military clearance.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's
Yeah.
like 0.
Yeah, exactly.
The security baton apparently requires a battery.
Say that again.
The security baton apparently requires a battery. It says.
Yeah, you
Yeah, to work.
so you would get like 6 uses out of it before you had to charge it again.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I was just making sure it's I'm
Yeah.
on the same page here.
Yep.
Cool.
You guys are keeping track of your ammo. Just keep track of that the same way.
Actually going to buy some soon. I have to be honest.
All All right, so let's go ahead to Nate. I'm going to take the second pistol for spare parts, because I know for a fact after a while these things are going to break down. I'm going to have to replace and fix shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take all the ammo and I'll just leave it for now.
We still need to find Lorna's ex and talk with that guy.
Well,
Yeah, I suggest that's the next port of call. That's the only port of call we have, so we have to go and find him.
so we got to
where's
run
the
down
ex?
leads on him. Do we want to do that?
Let's do that first while we have everything. I'd rather be available to have the guns we have on hand than have to, wing it
Okay.
after selling them.
All right, man. How about one of you people get on finding where this guy is?
I
Anton,
can try. Or
You got, you got anything that you can do with this? Mike, can I possibly roll a streetwise to see if I have any contacts that can give me information on his whereabouts?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Was this guy named Peter Warren?
Nope.
Or is that the
That's the
That's the
agent.
manager.
That's the agent.
manager agent?
Oof. I'm going to Benny that.
John Dark
John Dark. Okay.
is the ex.
So my original roll was a 3. I burned a Benny for that and got a 4.
Okay. So, that's one thing we forgot to do at the break as well. We have additional bennies coming in. I want to give it to you guys. So, Anton, you got one from Dark Wolf. And I got one from Great Wolf. And then we also have, Gamer Mom has given one to everybody, I believe, and Nate has given one to David.
Thank Luna.
Dekion has given a Loken one as well.
Cheers, Dekion.
All right, I'm gonna give.
I need them.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me pull those out of there. I like how she just comes by and splashes the pot.
Gotta splash and run.
All right. So we have Dunn, James Dunn.
Dr. James Dunn.
Yes, he went to school for 19 years for his degree.
19 years of medical school, man. It was hard.
Dekion, we're gonna give this one.
Dr.
to-
Mr. James Dunn, PhD, MD.
And this one goes here. Okay, sorry, we're caught up with the bennies now. I apologize. Where were we at? My brain's mush.
We were going to try to track down John Dark.
Okay, all right. And Xero had going through his mind to see if he could come up with any contacts to try to figure out where Johnny Dark was. You guys honestly think at this point your best bet, Xero, might be to reach out to the agent again, Peter, and see if he has any leads on him.
Well, guys, nothing underground, but we could probably call the agent again and see if he knows whereabouts about him.
I can try.
The
I
question
pull up
is,
my
do we
Nexus.
trust him to continue to lead on to what we know?
He hired us. He's paying us.
Yeah, and
And
how
he's
many
got as
times
much.
have you seen novelas or books that they hire the rejects down the street, not expecting shit to get done, but it makes them look good because they got some man on the street beating feet trying to do their dirty work?
That's true, but the job is to find her, and he's the closest lead we got. The other leads lead to Beacon Hill and Back Bay, and I don't know about you, but I don't have a couple million credits to kind of to throw around so we can get into those places.
That's
I
right.
thought that fancy doctorate degree is supposed to get you that kind of money.
Oh, Jesus.
I worked in Hyde Park, man.
Seems like it's funny. You went to all that fancy schooling. I didn't do shit, and we're in the same spot. How does that make you feel?
You want me to
Actually, no.
shoot you
I
in-
have a car and a
What-
room that I gave
David,
to you. So
David, can you shoot him?
Lawyers.
Can you shoot him so I don't fix him?
I'm gonna basically just at this point just get just kind of reach behind me, get the stun bat on, and just say light it up. So it's just I'm like,
I
Yeah,
hold
see?
a hand out to David,
stop.
and I look between David and I look at Jesse, and I go, I'm going to put you through another wall if you don't shut up.
and I won't fix it.
Man, you guys just have no love for Jesse. You know, I take my time out of my day to drive you all around, provide you with luxury transportation, and you give me nothing in return.
Jesse, you're still talking.
Jesse, did you not have fun?
Yeah, it was kind of fun. I did have fun. It was pretty great.
Oh God.
At this point,
Should
I'm
know
going
how to not
to whip the baton back and just put it back in again.
All right, so I'm gonna pull up my Nexus and bring up Mr. Warren's contact information and
Okay.
give him a call.
All right. So after a couple seconds, the side of a head appears and it turns towards you. Dr. James Dunn. How is
Mr. Warren?
How is the progress coming?
We're chasing down some leads. We're gonna chase down the last lead that we can think of. Do you know where John Dark would be? Any of the recent whereabouts of him? I know we talked about it earlier.
That scumbag. Yeah. You can find him on the southern side of the Hyde Park. He's got a house. Kind of funny. He has all the money in the world. He can live anywhere, pretty much within the city of Boston. And he chooses to live in the Hyde Park, and I think it just plays to his attitude. He's such a scumbag. He lives his opulent lifestyle down here. So he is on the if you go to the southern part of Hyde Park, he's on like a three-zone like connection spot. He's like right in the middle of that. He's in Hyde Park, but it abuts up against East Boston and South Boston as well. So he owns from the border, and then he owns like a couple square blocks and some actual acreage within Hyde Park. And I think he just does it so he can give the finger to everybody down in the city. So
Damn!
I caught my eyebrow and go, what an arsehole.
Acreage? Holy shit!
Yep.
Well, we're gonna go to give him give him a visit here. Thank you, there, Mr. Warren. We'll keep you updated. I will say, quick question: have you ever done any business with Universal Exports?
No, I haven't.
Okay, just
No.
the name popped up.
Gotcha.
Thank you, and then hang up.
Okay.
At this point, I'm going to get onto my Nexus and I'm going to try and look up some plans of this place because I would like to know what this place looks like, if at all possible.
All right. Let's give me a gather information. What were we using for that? I think we were using a mix of common knowledge and give me 2 common knowledge checks and a notice check.
Problem. Right, rolling the first common knowledge check. That is a 6. Hang on, I saw the bonus. I have a joker still from the combat round.
Oh, okay. So it would be a 4 anyway, so it looks like a success. So
Okay. So roll the second one.
let me.
It's just 2 common knowledge and a notice, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. That was a 5, so it'll be a 3. So I need to re-roll that probably.
I'm gonna cycle it through. So you.
Thank you.
hopefully you stop getting that bonus. Let me know if you do.
Yeah, hang on. Still says I have the wild card on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cycle through all the way.
Okay.
Well, wild card you do get. Wild card because you are a wild card. You're classified as a wild card. You get the wild card dice. But I cycled it through, so you shouldn't get the bonuses from the Joker now.
So I'm gonna Benny the second common knowledge check I took. By the way. So
Okay.
those.
What did you originally roll?
So I originally rolled a 3 on that one.
Okay.
So taking the second roll again with the Benny, that was a
God.
15.
Wow! What?
And finally the notice check I need to take, sorry. That's a
What
13.
the?
Wow.
So yeah, I think we did pretty good in the end.
Okay. All right. So you sit down at the computer and your Nexus, and you start really spending some time as everybody's doing their thing. You leave Xero to be to sort out the weapons. You sit back down in the car. James is, back at his Nexus as well, drawing diagrams between different articles and trying to figure stuff out. And you start digging through, articles of Johnny Dark. A lot of, as you do your initial starts, a lot of stuff comes about how his music, his discography, like, reviews on his music. And as you start sorting through the fluff, you find a lot of like paparazzi photos of him like flipping them off at the gates to his yard.
Yeah.
Dark's place is a pretty big mansion, and it's in the like I said, the richest part of this part of the city, and it butts up against South Boston and East Boston as well. On one of the articles, you read that the house has 16 rooms, 4 floors, a library, 2 pools, a jacuzzi, 3 garages, surrounded by a couple acres of land. It's kind of a flashback to a century ago when internet barons took over and ruled the world. From a security standpoint, as you're investigating, a lot of this information is coming from articles where he's done, interviews with the tabloids and throughout the past, where he's just outright bragging about what he has. And he's like, there's no way these people, one of the videos pops up as you're clicking through it. It comes up in a 3D. He goes, there's no way these people can get through my electric fence with gates, with secondary gates and guards. Come on, man. I mean, I got money. I could throw it at this. I own this shit. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna get inside this shit.
Okay. So with all that information taken into consideration, I'm going to be sort of like taking these photos, I'm going to be taking the information, the articles, and sort of going to, sort of like in a sort of mental scape, sort of, have all these different things going on.
Okay.
I'm going to piece together a sort of a pseudo floor plan, best I can get it.
Okay.
With the information I have to hand.
All right. So,
and I'm going to, sorry, go on.
No worries. I'm gonna point you guys your attention back to the map, and I'm gonna share in case that everybody has has closed it. All right, so I'm drawing a marker right here, and if you look down, I can't draw a box with this for some reason. Let me see. Arrow. I can only do burst templates, but all right. So the current marker on there is the as you move into the city, that's the border of that's the boundary of his property.
Okay.
It goes from, it's like almost from that artery, that city block back to the down south to East Boston and South Boston. So if you can envision that, it comes right up to that artery coming down through the city. So if you look, he owns that, like pretty much those couple city blocks in that area.
Wow. That is a lot of space.
This guy.
So I'm gonna so with all the information now sort of pieced together that I can get, and I've drawn a sort of the best I can. I've used my Nexus to create a floor plan or a basic layout of this location.
Yep.
I'm just gonna basically call the guys and just say, lads, I've got I think I've got a tactical assessment of his place. I'm gonna sort of send the information that I've got to their Nexuses. And so it's kind of like, I'm just gonna start pointing out things and saying this. He's got an electric fence here, and he's got a gate there, and things about 4 floors in height. I'm gonna rattle off the information to them so they all understand. We've got an unknown number of potential guards in there, so we're gonna have to take this one careful. The guy owns a lot of space, and he's got it pretty locked up tight.
Sounds like a stealth insertion.
It sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
James Dunn, your Nexus goes off, and it's a quick message from Peter, and he says, here, this is the last number I have for Dark. I don't know if it's still valid, but try this contact method for him.
Okay. Say, all right. I look over at Ant. I'm like, Ant, is there any way you could spoof it so this guy can't find me if he tries to backtrace me?
I mean, potentially. It's gonna be a lot harder from your Nexus. It's not as hardened as mine is, but we can certainly give it a shot.
I can send it to you, and then we could just. Well, no, you'd have to talk with him. Damn, doesn't work like that, doesn't it? Does it? I can't just take it off and give it to you because we're individually wired.
I mean, you are a doctor. I'm sure you could figure out a solution for this.
It's literally like 50% of your body.
Yeah. All right. So look, what I'll do is I'll give you the number and we'll do a group call. So you're the one who's calling it, but I'm kind of piggybacking on the back of yours. Maybe that'll work.
I mean,
You're the primary connection. It'll sound a little echoey, but maybe that'll.
Yeah, just speaking to my damn wrist.
Okay. Throw the number over there. And I try to get my biggest dark and mysterious, voice going on. Call it.
Oh my god.
Oh god. All right, so
Right,
Anton,
so-
what I'm going to need from you, describe to me what you would like to do to try to mask the call.
Well, we'll put like shitty voice filter on just to be even more secure. On the Dr. James Dunn's voice, not cracking mid sentence.
Okay. Is it going to filter out those frequencies? Those,
Yeah,
those
just normalize to 50 hertz.
Okay. All right.
Everything sounds like this the entire time.
I'll give you that
Other
one
than
free. That one, you guys get a freebie.
But yeah, other than that, just mainly hide the number, and just and because I'm doing it from like my secure sort of thing, I want to make sure like, it's not like just the standard phone call. It's making sure like it's being monitored. I'm monitoring everything that goes out and comes back.
All right, so you want
just
to
making sure-
actively look at packets going in and out?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
All right, so let's start this off. Let's give me a hacking check, please.
That is a 9.
Okay. All right, so Anton looks down at his wrist. He receives the number from James Dunn, puts it off to a side onto to the side for a second. Takes his left hand and starts to draw a circle around it. Makes a slash down through it. Turns the number around in midair and brings it down to his wrist. You nod to yourself at your work, and you think at this point you have masked your number and the connection going to this call.
Wonderful. I'll just start the call then and begin monitoring for any sort of like tracing software that's well known
Okay.
and stuff like that.
All right. The phone starts ringing. After a couple seconds, a man's face comes into view. He's laying down outside. He's shirtless, got like one of those collar necklaces on, black fingernail polish, and he looks lazily over at you. What?
Dark. This is the Friends of Lorna.
What do I care for her?
She gave us some very interesting information that you may want to have.
Oh, this is tedious. I suppose you want money or something.
Just to talk.
Talk, huh?
Maybe you have something you can offer better in return.
So the screen goes dark for a second, and you hear the muffled sound of him talking to somebody. Sure, I'll talk to you.
Your place?
300,
or ours?
300 credits for 10 minutes. My place.
We can talk for free, or we don't have to talk at all.
I guess we don't have to talk at all. Click.
Your choice.
The connection drops.
All right.
Outstanding.
It's worth a shot.
Man,
He wasn't
I'm
gonna-
seeing a pattern here.
Stealth insertion it is, I guess.
Yeah.
I just nod my head and go, You know, just like I just load a mag, grab the slide, just like put it in. Second time this evening, boys.
I mean, I just gotta ask, before we do this, is this the type of stealth insertion where I get to steal a car?
Probably.
Probably. I'm sure he has plenty.
You all heard it. They said yes. You can take it back. I got mine.
If you can, look, I'm
I have a
gonna,
plan.
I'm going to turn over to him and say, if you can steal a car successfully and get it out there without killing yourself or any of us, you're welcome to have at it.
I don't know about that second part, but sure.
I have a plan.
Anton, your Nexus
Yes.
starts to ring. Block number.
I was like, I've got a call, guys.
All minds will take it.
Yeah, like again, just sort of. Well, they already know what the number is apparently. Sure. Just sort of like mask myself from it.
Give me a hacking check. You're trying to mask your physical experience, or your like a signature for you.
I mean, they already know the number. I just want
Right.
to make sure that they don't know who like is attached to the number.
Okay, so you're gonna put up a visual block of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a hacking check, please.
7.
Okay. All right. And as you accept the call, Dark
I
looks
sort of offer it to James as well, just like, just like you're better talking to me.
Are you gonna mask James? I'll give that option right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me see the hacking check.
Alrighty. 4.
Okay. All right. So a hyperspace item pops up in front of Anton and James Dunn's face. Give me a cartoon character, Anton.
Roadrunner.
Okay. So the Roadrunner, your physical avatar in this conversation, the both of you are going to be like Anton's going to be out of play, but James, you are coming through to the person incoming as a Roadrunner.
Beep beep, motherfucker.
Yep. With that voice. All right. All right. So the phone rings, and once you accept the call, the voice just kind of chuckles when you come into view as the Roadrunner. And he, listen, it's the face of Johnny Dark again. My time is valuable. If you want to talk, we can talk, but it's going to cost you money.
We can talk for free, or we can't talk. You don't want this information coming out. Trust me.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Are you open to a question?
Maybe.
Do you not know who? Do you not know that I know you're James Dunn and your buddy Anton's over there? I mean, we can play this game all day, or we can talk and we can work through it.
You still haven't given me any information that even proves that you're good for this right now.
Come to my house.
I'm not gonna pay anything for it.
My time is valuable.
I hang up.
Okay.
I can shoot him. It's okay. I can just kill him if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm sure
I
we
offer
can
this
make
as a
him
genuine
talk
option.
for free.
I can just
Yeah.
shoot him.
I'm like, he's already angry. James is a pacifist. He doesn't want to kill people, but he's already angry because he knows the kind of asshole this guy is to Lorna. He knows that nobody likes this motherfucker. Excuse me for my French. No one likes this gentleman of high standing in society. So,
He's not a likable guy.
no.
What I'd like to know is how the devil he knew who you were. I thought you were masking your ID and all the rest of that business. Sorry, I don't really do much of the hacking stuff. I'm more of a wet work kind of guy.
I mean, I don't know who he's got on site, 'cause it's certainly not him. I'm going to assume.
He doesn't seem like the chap who would have that kind of skill. Has he got some like hacking team or something? I'm shrugging my shoulders at this point. How the heck did he know who you were?
Man, money talks sometimes.
Yeah, there's some things that I probably don't know, but I mean, we can always head down. And just, I'm sure physical access would be a lot more fun.
Again, it's up to you.
Protein. How much physical access can you get through a wall?
Depends on the construction of the wall, but a decent amount.
I don't want to talk with this guy for any money. If he knows where Lorna is, that's great. I'm not paying him for it.
What are you suggesting, Mr. Dunn?
I mean, I don't want to be to the I don't want to rain on everyone's parade here, but if he has enough people to out hack the hacky guy, don't you think he has enough people to out muscle the muscle guy?
Maybe.
That's true.
That could be the case.
I mean, there's only 5 of us, and I just don't know if we can make it.
I'm going to look around at everybody at this point, and I'm going to specifically look at Dr. Dunn. I'm going to say, look, trust me, I feel the anger. I know that rage. I feel it almost every day. But I would strongly suggest that rather than trying to breach through the front wall or try and sneak around the back, our best option, unfortunately, is to talk to this mother. And I'm going to... I'll hold myself at that point. Mother... Anyway, I can make you an explosive that will clear you through the wall. That's not an issue. But I just don't know what you're getting with are on the other side. I don't know if he has automated defenses. I don't know how many guards he has. I don't know if he has any panic buttons to the police force. I have no idea what he has. All I have is this. And I'm going to, again, flick up the plan I have. All I have is this to go on. And you know me.
Spins his finger around, just giving
I'm spinning around. I'm indicating locations. I'm saying, I'm just trying to show you how this is a bad idea to try and take a frontal assault. You know, we have 4 truncheons, 4 gyro pistols, 308 with about how many rounds left?
About 40.
We need to talk to him.
How much money do you have?
I have 600, so I'm sure I can spend the 3 to talk to him.
For a minute?
For 10 minutes,
sorry,
you
10
think he said?
minutes. 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes.
10 minutes is more than enough to extract. You're a good talker, aren't you?
I can try. Yeah.
Look, just please, I will happily dispatch him if he doesn't give us the information we require, and then we can do the whole run and gun and panic as we go about trying to exit the place. Let's try and get some information first, shall we?
Fine. Let's just do that. We'll do it your way.
Thank you.
You're the shooty man, so I believe you're good in this one. You and Protein.
I might just take an extra giant pistol just to make sure. You will.
Gun kata.
I need 15 minutes before you guys make entry to scout up and set up a position.
Okay. I don't think he's going to want us to come up there anyways. He's going to want us to talk at the gate, probably.
Okay.
Probably. It doesn't help. It doesn't hurt to have Overwatched them.
I mean, I've seen a lot of movies. Usually the asshole likes to talk in his comfortable environment, you know, eating the grapes and whatnot. I doubt he's going to stand outside in the climate around God knows who else in a class 4 talking to us through a freaking gate.
Jesse, this guy thinks he's the biggest. This guy thinks he has the biggest peananner in all of the entire borough. He's exactly the kind of guy who would walk around naked out front with nothing but his own ego, you know, flipping off cars as they drive by.
Well, if he does that, I can stun him. We can take him.
Think Martin.
I'm just saying, don't be surprised if he pulls you inside, surrounded by God knows who else.
I don't pin him as the smart type. I pin him as the egoist.
I'm just saying, if he was me, and he's probably closer to me than the rest of you, I would be sitting in my gold throne, making you all come up on your knees and beg for my time, surrounded by like hyenas with like laser beams on their head and like cheetahs and lions and shit. I mean, I wouldn't be like, well,
I hope you never get money. I hope you never get any money.
I hope I have something to tell you. I've been getting an equal cut, so I'm on my way there.
You've been getting an equal cut. You've got a long way to go, my friend. A long way.
Jesse, just go to this asshole's house.
At this point, I'm gonna just hop into the car, just get it myself in, because we're ready to rock at this. I think. Are we? Are we ready to go? I'm gonna sort of like, time's a ticking, gentlemen. We need to get this done.
All right, and I'll use my last free start, and I'll start heading on down.
That's interesting. Okay. All right.
It's not my idea, but I'm just the driver.
Stop
right.
a little bit, like a block or so up before we get there to let out protein.
So I just put a marker on the map that indicates, based on the information that you have, where the front of the house is. Some typing come with the crew. So that is the front of the house right there. Are you guys gonna try and get in touch with them to let them know you're coming, or
No,
okay.
I don't want him on edge. We'll call him when we get there.
Oh, even better. People say I make the weird plans. All right, let's all drive down there to the heavily fortified position and just make demands of the dude with all the heavy fortifications. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Awesome. Woo! Blare the radio.
Making demands, we just knock on the door and say we're here to talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Mr. Beep Beep Wiley. Okay.
Okay.
I love, for the record, where this plan is going.
I just want this on the record in the Nexus that he loves where the plan's going. All right.
And that's when the TPK happened.
Jesse.
Oh boy. Yes.
Jesse roars to life as you turn the engine over. You plug into your interface control with your car, and you start making your way over to this other side of, continuing down south. You guys were over by the rat on the southern side of the section, and you guys are not too far from where you're headed. But you make your way over there. And did I hear somebody say you wanted to stop before, or you guys let me know how you're approaching?
Basically, I think they said they wanted me to stop like a block up and they'll walk down.
All right.
Well, we wanted to let out protein out because he's gonna watch position. Yeah.
I want to save you guys some time. All right.
Okay.
So, David Greyson, the buildings around around the compound. I'm going to call it a compound because essentially he's built himself a little carved off little island inside here. All tend to be smaller than they're at a lower base level than the building or the buildings in the compound. You're looking over the model, David, and you're like, all right, this is higher than that. This is higher than that. This is higher than that. From a tactical standpoint, it'd probably be hard to set up an Overwatch. I just don't want to waste you guys' time. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm basically gonna be looking as we're on this journey. I'm gonna be looking around, just, and I'm gonna realize, guys, this guy has he's not just got himself a small island. He's made himself a goddamn fortress. There's no Overwatch positions we can use, and I'm gonna sort of like use an indication to show ping different locations, saying this one's no good, this one's no good. Zero, mate, I don't think it's gonna be an Overwatch for you in this one.
Mike?
Yep.
There's no elevation, correct?
No. The buildings within his compound are, 2 to 3 story. There's some 1 story, but the buildings primarily around them are like single story ones. I mean, you are more than welcome if you want to try and set up outside. Like, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying that from a tactical standpoint, based on David's experience, you don't think it would be that fruitful.
It's your call, brother.
I'm not going to advise on the inside.
I don't think we really want to go inside.
I have eyes that can cover you entrance and exit from the front, but I got nothing that's going to go past the gate. I can hide real good outside and get ground level through houses and huts, but I got nothing else.
I think we should get you on the ground with us personally.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna. He doesn't care about us. We're small potatoes. He's at most he's gonna fleece us for some money and then tell us to walk because he doesn't have any information.
So you want me inside with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Come on, we all going in.
If things go sideways, then we have you.
Okay.
You know, so I'm just gonna look over and say, grab a button, get a gyro, and you're gonna come in with us in this one, mate. I just don't think it's gonna work. You know, I'm just gonna, you know, all my experience of this, I'm just like, I think it's gonna be better if we have you with us.
I don't think he's gonna let us in with the guns. If he lets us in, he's gonna make us strip it.
I don't know.
I wouldn't
if
even
he
bring
goes
it.
that high, but yeah. Anyway,
All right. We'll all drive up to the front, and when we get to the front gate, I'll call them. Just on my Nexus.
okay.
Oh, I see
Alright.
by the camera. You came at my bidding. You ready to pay me?
Are you ready to give us actual information?
I'll give you what information I have.
Fine. I take the 300 I have, and I just like wire it through the Nexus into his his Nexus.
You see him look down, and he motions over to somebody, and he points, and says, "Benny will be down," and then call drops. After a couple
Suspicious name.
minutes, a very large man dressed in a very nice suit walks up to the front of the gate. There's like a little guardhouse on the side section there. He presses a button and comes through. Like an avatar pops up outside the gate and says, "To your left is a safety deposit box. You will need to deposit all weapons in this to proceed."
Reluctantly, very reluctantly, I'm gonna take my Glock out, place it deliberately down, hit the button, clack, looking at him the entire time, just, and then I'm gonna do this and walk.
All right.
Damn it! Are we all going in, or are we just? You want me out
Even-
here? What do you want?
It's up to you. Do you want to come in, Jesse? You want to see what this
Yeah,
fine gentleman lives like?
I really want to see it. Yeah. Okay, I'll come in. I gotta see it, man. I gotta take notes.
I'll stay with the car then.
I think Ant should just stay with the car. These are best chances of, if anything goes sideways, being able to get into something.
What? I can't drive.
No, but I mean, you can hack.
Can you see any computers on this thing?
Anyone
I mean-
can drive.
Ain't nobody driving my Betsy.
Oh God.
Or you can come with us. Let's just all go in. I'm sure that the Betsy's not going to get stolen. It's right in front of the
Mike,
house.
I leave my pistol and mag wedged in
turds
the
built.
backseat.
Okay. I'm guessing you're not walking in with the rifle.
No. No.
Okay. Nobody's bringing a weapon, right? Or
No,
tell me which.
I would
tell me
leave
which
my,
one.
I'd
I mean,
leave
I've
my pistol in the
disarmed,
car.
so-
Yeah, I'd
I've
leave my
disarmed
pistol.
personally, so I do the whole security thing. So
Yeah.
they feel as though they've got something. Because
Okay.
they have. but-
I give my truncheon to them as well. Like,
Okay. All right. As you guys one by one drop weapons, either whether it be in the car or the security, the security drop box, after you complete that, the gate recesses back. A giant welcome hyper object pops up and says, "Welcome to the dark." Super pretentious. It's dripping. You've already got an idea based on your limited dealings with him, and as you start to follow the security guard, there's a lot of things that play towards his personality. A very vain person. There's a topiary statue of him off, like flexing, and there's a sculpture over with women draped about him half naked, and that type of thing. Very egocentric type house. After you walk with Benny for about 10 minutes, you get to what looks kind of like a cave, but turns out as you walk through, it's a indoor swimming pool. It's an area that contains an indoor swimming pool. There's a Zen garden there. And as you walk by, there's signs of opulence all around. But you do notice as you look around that it appears that objects are missing to random places throughout the house. Like you'll see like the outline of like a sun bleached area or something, and you think that maybe there should have been something at that point. There should be, like items are missing essentially. All right. So as you walk into this, indoor pool area, you see Johnny Dark laying on a bed. There's 2 empties of bottles of some kind of alcohol next to him, and he's got a third in his hand. Draped across the bed are 3 semi-naked women, and he looks up, and as he hears you guys walk in, and he goes, "Well, you have 10 minutes. Go."
When's the last time you saw Lorna?
Oh, it's been months. It's been
Months?
Yeah. Are
You know where she is?
Are you guys the cops?
No. We're her friends.
I haven't seen her for months. She left here. She left us. She gave up on us. She left the lifestyle.
That must burn.
Oh,
People don't walk away from you.
No, they typically don't.
Because you're the big man around here, aren't you?
I am. I am the master of all that I survey.
Exactly, but you didn't get Lorna.
Give me a notice check.
Ooh, I definitely want to know that.
That would be a 10.
That'd be a 9.
You notice
For everybody.
if anybody would like to roll, you can.
Well, I would like to roll a notice check, but for my usual preference of looking for tactical scenarios. So I'm more curious about the layout, the lay of the land, and anything else.
Wow.
21, so I should be able to see every single security detail and every single rotation of every guard in this compound.
All right. All right. So, all right. I want to let something resolve first. Okay. So James Dunn and Xero, you notice that your comments. You notice, Xero, you obviously notice that James Dunn's comments are striking home. You guys see that, James, you are in fact getting under his skin, and he's getting a little hot. You look at his face, and Xero, you've seen this from a suspect in the past, somebody that you've tracked down. Biologically, Dr. James Dunn, you look at him, and you can see a flush come to his skin. His pupils dilate a little bit, and he presses his lips together as if he's trying to choke back words. I have no time for that bitch of a woman, Jericho.
Why did she leave?
She thought she was going to be better off on her own, and now, look, she's missing.
How did you know she's missing?
Listen, the music biz, at least when you're important like I am, the music business is pretty small. Lots of echoes in a tiny room. I hear things.
Who'd you hear it from?
I don't think that.
Listen. I'm not here to get under your skin. I'm not here to show these fine women here that one woman walked away from you, and it kind of hurts. Trust me, man. She walked away from me. I know how it is.
Give me a persuasion.
Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna Benny that one, just because I can. Get it better. Yes, 10. I had a 5, and then I Benny it and got a 10.
Ah, she stung you as well. Then why do you care? She's nothing. There's a million of them out there.
She's still my friend. And don't you want to know why? Maybe just a little bit of you inside wants to help find her.
Why? She's caused me nothing but problems. Her and Scorpio and that revolution they speak of.
What revolution are you speaking of?
It's a pipe dream, man. Have you... That guy, he's got his head so far up his ass, he doesn't know... You know, he's wrote stories about this and that, and these grand emotions about taking the power back to the people. Come on, man.
We talked with him. He tried to kill us. So
At this, he looks a little startled. He drops his glasses and looks at you. That coward tried to kill you? No.
No,
Must
not
be a
really
mistake.
him, but a bunch of the people that he told to kill us tried to.
Nah. Listen.
All
All I know is when she went missing, I was here with her. Not her, but her sister. And that guy over there. And
Okay,
just
well,
all these security guards around here.
We're not saying you did it, but you obviously know someone who knows something.
No, it just whispers in the scene, man. Everybody says she was rising up. She was becoming this rising star again. And, but, I guess those rising stars burn out fast.
Hey man, if you were in our shoes, where would you go look first if you're gonna try to find someone like her that goes missing?
Maybe she's back on the junk. Have you tried talking to any of the dealers in town and see if she's back on the junk? Maybe
What
she's
junk?
dead in the alley. We used to partake and enjoy our recreational activities.
Any specific recreational activities? We're not cops. I'm a doctor. You know that.
Yeah, you look like you've had about 21 years of experience in school.
I've been patching people up since I was 2.
Yeah. The junk, man, horse.
Man,
Do I know that? Recognize that slang?
Yeah, it's heroin.
Heroin. Okay.
man, you remember her from the night, man? Her manager would know if she was off something like that, man. We went through her entire place. She didn't have shit. Trust me, I know where to look for that stuff.
He does. By the way, he has the hookup if you want it.
I can get you some good stuff. I'd take a cut, but I can get you something good.
I doubt. With your, you know what? You're not even worth my time.
Yeah, that's fair. But look, man,
All right.
can I level with you? I'm a Boston born and bred. I've been here all my life, and
Yeah,
I
it
honestly,
shows.
yeah, man, I know, but Boston pride, you know what's up. But I gotta live with you, man. I just want to find my friend. Me and her, we go way back, man. I mean, you'd be real solid if you could just point us in a direction. You don't have to give us anything. Just point us in a direction.
You know what?
Not just
I
point in the
could
direction.
do that. The door is that way. Your time is up. And he swings around and lays in bed. Benny walks over to you and he puts his arm around James Dunn and starts to walk you up.
Yeah, man, it's good that you got your goddamn money when you first started out, because you ain't shit anymore. Looks like you're living on royalties, motherfucker. I'm just gonna walk out.
And as
Mic drop.
walking out, I go, as you walk out, I just go, some people just don't live up to expectations, I guess.
James, right after you say that, one of the guards comes up to you and bumps into you and apologizes. And I'm going to need a notice roll from you.
Okay. That's a 5.
A small note drops into your hand. He looks at you and winks. And with that, the Nexus initialization is closed.
Come on.
That was a
Don't
long
you
one
forget
time
my
too.
21 roll. You forget.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
intense, man.
Yeah.
Who gets
All right.
21?
All right, you remind me next week because
I will.
But I'll give you the details on the inside if you want. So,
I'll remind you next week.
we'll let that roll slide for your walk in and walk out. What you can ascertain in that process. Okay.
Okay.
But that was just too perfect for me to end with. So, hey guys.
Oh yeah, that was good.
All right, guys.
Oh.
So that was episode 8 of Neural Nexus Zero. What are you guys thinking at this point? Let's start with Anton.
Right now I'm thinking of how much damage can I do to this guy's house. Like literally while this entire conversation was going, I was looking up hacking rules again. It's just like, I wonder what I could do here. Pull like a watchdogs, make his light strobe and play.
Just change the heat settings so it's just nothing but like 90 degrees all the time, no matter what.
Ooh.
Why
Nah,
do you think so small? Take over his turret and shoot him with it.
air conditioning.
You have a vicious streak, David Greyson.
Look, he's
Listen.
been added to the book of grudges.
Oh my god.
His-
Listen. So here's the thing, right? Like when you think about great villains, like let's just take Joffrey from Game of Thrones, right? Everybody hates him. They would like literally kill him in real life if they could find him,
Mhm.
right? The actor, not the character.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
So when I think of a jackass, I think of like the most pretentious, like blasé, like you don't even matter, like you know what I mean, like.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So it's kind of fun to play once in a while.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it's good. We all hate him.
Good,
Yeah.
You've done your job.
good.
You did good.
We hated him. To be fair, we hated him the first time we met Lorna.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because she was like, "Oh, he beat me," and it was like, "Oh, good man, huh?
Yeah, this
Good
asshole.
man, eh?" Yeah.
yeah. All right, Anton, what are your thoughts and what's your player's thoughts? I mean, what's your character's thoughts at this point?
My thoughts are, well, like I said, we're kind of one of the same. I'm just thinking about seeing if the negotiations go bad, which I'm almost sure they will be. I'm already trying to look into the network and see what I can find that he's probably not telling us.
Okay.
Maybe steal some money. Who knows?
All right. Let's. I'm gonna go around the circle. Jesse Rains, what's going on?
Oh man. Oh, so Jesse is really just angry and annoyed at this lovely example of a human being right now.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything about the note, so he is just pissed, and he is kind of like on the same vein as Ant. I'm gonna be thinking about as much stuff as I could possibly do on this ground, like mark it in my head so I can come back here. But yeah,
Okay.
not good. It's gonna be interesting. But me myself as a player, oh, I'm loving this. Like it's kind of like it's like that perfect line between like being like aggravated at being helpless because we have nothing
Yeah.
in my like for what my character knows, and like just like loving the sheer like complexity of this whole situation, the mystique of all of it.
Okay. Awesome. Dr. James Dunn.
Dr. James Dunn is a pacifist. That is one of his things. He does not like to kill people. He doesn't like to hurt people. He just doesn't like to kill people.
Right.
He actually doesn't even like to hurt people. Like he generally just wants people. He wants to help people. It's why he left his last job.
Okay.
But there's an exception in his mind for this guy.
There's an exception.
He's the only guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only one who Dr. James Dunn would point a gun at incorrectly, probably pointing towards himself, and try to pull the trigger with a safety on. But he'd do it, and that's he's the only person he's met who'd do that. Yeah, in general, he's trying to figure this out. He's trying to grasp at straws.
Okay.
Because in his mind, there's no way some vast government conspiracy kidnapped Jericho Rose of all people. You know, to him, it's like, the hell they went out with a 4, a musician who's like an alt musician on the edge of society.
Okay.
Who cares?
Right.
It seems really, really off base for that. And as personally, I'm loving it. I'm liking the going full conspiracy theorist. aliens, going crazy. I love it. So
Awesome. Awesome. All right, Xero.
It's been a weaving web of intrigue and flexing Zero's mental muscles as well as his physical
Yep.
have been really kind of cool. It's so multi-dimensional, multifaceted, and the way that we get to lean on each other and work together, I think is really kind of interesting. It's not where one person can kind of parade or kind of push things to go forward.
Yep.
It's we're all kind of relying and working together on it, which is really awesome. As far as Xero, first off, he wants to crack his toilet to make the thing constantly run. 2, he wants to upper deck him. 3rd, that security guard would have gotten a broken nose, a shot to the kneecap, and then he would have proceeded to waterboard poor what's his face till he's decided to sing like a goddamn canary.
Awesome.
But it's fancy, right?
It is fancy. It's fancy. David Greyson.
So, from my personal standpoint, I'm enjoying the heck out of it. It's great. This is fun as hell. We've had a heck of a session, and I hate you for that cliffhanger.
Oh, it's so good.
I truly dislike you for that. As for this gentleman, again, for David, it's a job. This is a contract. I don't really have that much of a personal attachment to the individual in question like the others do. It's just the way I'm wired. I can't get that attached to people because I've watched them die in combat.
Yep.
However, I do now have a great disdain for this individual. And as I said, he has been added to the book of grudges. This is a thing. This
book is going to get pretty long.
It has out of grudges. And I will, at some point, find a way of crossing every single one of them off the goddamn list.
So I gotta ask about the Book of Grudges. Is there tiers in there? Like this guy's a class 1, this guy's like a class 7?
There's definitely a tier list. So there's something I can let go, and maybe I don't know. I'll make him have a bad day, and I'll trip him up or something, or something.
Make him stub his toe.
Others that I'll absolutely ruin them to the point where they will never get up again. And he's definitely on the highest tier. He's tier 1.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, that's where we're at.
All right, guys. My name is Mike. This is the How I Nerd channel. We do TTRPG stuff here. We do role-playing games. We do Tales from the Tavern, which is our nerdy roundtable discussion every Thursday night. And we have a really good community. So for those of you new to the community that came in tonight, thank you so much for following the channel and supporting us. For you old timers that support us every week, we really appreciate everything you guys do for us. The sub Patreons, the channel subscriptions, just being here, talking in chat, welcoming new people into our community. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, guys, we're going to kick it over to the credits, and we'll give you guys credit where credit is due. And I hope to see you this coming Wednesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time for Tabletop Tavern 2, headed up by Decider 12. So until next week, guys, we'll see you in the Nexus next Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll talk to you soon.